Oh, my God.
He was very good.
That was all Jim Norton. Jim Norton texted me going, hey, DMC wants to come in. And I'm like, I'm so glad I listened to you on that one. He was great.
Yeah, his Rob has been a good friend of mine for quite a while.
Right.
And he told me a long time ago he was doing something with DMC. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to have him. And then he just texted me. He's like, hey, look, Daryl is in town. Rob is, I think he's in Phoenix. And so he goes, he wants to come in. Do you mind if he texts you? I'm like, no. Why would who would say no? I don't want DMC texting me.
Exactly.
No, don't. Tell him absolutely not.
A lot of white boys listened to Run DMC back in the day.
Yeah.
A lot of white boys. So.
Yeah, they were tremendously, they were quite famous. I was talking to somebody, though, and she's young. And there's a generational thing, because I was like, Run DMC. She's like, who? And it's like, she's 23. It got my dick hard just hearing that. Who? Hart?
Oh, my God. That band is up to who already?
Anybody from that era.
That's hard to believe.
Yep, I know.
Yes, Sam Roberts.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you pulled the mic like you were going to say something about that.
No, I mean, it was.
You're kind of an ageist, so I assumed you had an opportunity. Mars is saying you're an ageist, right, Mars?
Yes, he is.
That son of a bitch.
But Sam's not young enough to not know Run DMC.
Do you respect Run DMC?
Like you guys are judging me because I didn't say anything, and you guys are saying things about me. So.
Well, you were pushing that mic in front of you, so I thought you were going to like make fun of our age or something.
Well, what happens when you assume?
You ageist. Do you know Run DMC?
Of course, yeah.
I mean, their music when you were growing up.
Not when I was growing up. I was one of those things you got into later, but
right. Yeah, I mean, but they did go away for a really long time.
Yeah.
I saw them in Philly as part of that Pearl Jam thing. What was it? The Made in America concert, I think it's called. And they I think it was one of their first appearances in a long time. And wow, was that great! But Run was a little out of shape.
Yeah,
he was breathing heavy in between some of those songs, and DMC was like just in very good shape.
Yeah, DMC. I heard he's like a real sugar. Like he loves sugar too, and it's like he's in perfect physical shape.
Yeah.
So maybe he just went crazy and worked out after he quit drinking or quit whatever.
He's 51 years old, and he looks a lot younger than that. So
Run seems to have enjoyed the life a little bit.
A little bit.
I read yesterday. I don't know how much he's. I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable asking how much the guy's worth. But I read 45 million. Now I don't know if that's accurate or not.
For DMC?
Yeah.
Man.
But I'm hoping those guys never went broke because they made a shitload of money.
No, I mean, Run, he had that reality show and his house and everything. He looked like he was doing very, very well. So, yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun yesterday. Next time, maybe we'll interrupt DMC a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. But he was on a roll. When someone's on a roll like that, you just got to get the fuck out of their way.
Yeah, because there's there's other celebrities that come in and want to tell you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're shy. And he's a guy who it's almost like he couldn't wait to get that shit out.
Yeah.
Even though he said, I'm sure, that stuff in other interviews.
Mm-hmm.
But how many rap legends walk in wearing a fucking AC/DC shirt and then just talk about being OCD and adopt? It was awesome.
Amazing. And the Sarah McLachlan story was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was fascinating. And it happens with these guys. They come in for the first time and they get pretty much their life story out. And then the next time they come in, it's more of a hang and more of a back and forth.
Right.
So I assume that's what will happen next time he comes in. But I didn't mind it at all, is what I'm saying.
No.
It was great.
There's other things we didn't ask him about, again, Jam Master Jay. I
kind of wish we did, but I think we were able to ask 3 questions in an hour. So
I had a page and a half prepared of notes.
Right.
A lot of questions. I would say about 20 questions.
Did he answer a lot of them, even though you didn't officially ask him?
He covered a good amount of them, but there was plenty he didn't. But I mean, it didn't matter.
Right.
There was no need for me to go, excuse me while you stop.
Right.
So when you're rapping, there was really, I have a few for Cannavale. But his movie, Bobby Cannavale's in today too after Kevin, and his fucking movie that I wanted to see, because I like him so much, with Pacino, I just never got a link for. There was a mix-up.
I saw it. It was pretty good with Al Pacino. It's pretty amazing that he's just acting with Al Pacino. He's Al Pacino's son in this movie. And I liked it. It was a good movie, but it's getting more and more complicated for us to just watch these screeners. The old days, they would just say, hey, man, this guy's coming in. Here's a link. Watch their movie, which is a wonderful perk because it's movies before they hit the theaters, obviously. But with this movie, I had to download all sorts of screener software, and then I had to upgrade my MacBook because I had downloaded this, and it was just so fucking complicated. I almost gave up on it.
Yeah, that Spotlight, whatever. It's called Spotlight, I think, is the thing you need to...
This one was called... Screener something.
Oh, it's specific
viewer. It was specific for screeners, absolutely for this one company because they really want to make sure you're not running off copies and running downtown and selling them on a sidewalk somewhere.
Yeah, I guess they got to combat piracy some way. Once we're all wearing Google contact lenses, they'll just go in and block it through your fucking lenses so you can't see it when it's on the screen. Believe me, they'll figure a way around it.
But this movie's fascinating because it's based on something that I think actually happened. There's an old artist that was kind of popular back in the early 70s. He did an interview, I think, for Rolling Stone magazine, and John Lennon read the article and then sent him a handwritten letter giving him some advice, and then gave his phone number to this guy saying, give me a call. We could discuss this further. And the guy never got the letter. He got it 40 years later because anything that John Lennon wrote, people grabbed because they know it was worth a lot of money. Because I guess he sent it to Rolling Stone or somebody else, basically saying, could you pass this letter on to this guy? And someone in the office said, holy fuck, this is a handwritten letter from John Lennon. And they fucking took it.
Oh, assholes.
And this artist ended up getting the letter 40 years later.
Did Lennon remember him?
Huh?
I said, did Lennon remember him?
Well, there kind of was a problem in between him writing the letter and...
What a scumbag who took that guy's
Can you look up that story? Because then at the end of this movie, they said that this movie wasn't based on anything. But they had the real guy in the credits talking about how he wrote this... Lennon wrote him a letter, and he never got it. He got it like 40 years later.
What happened to the guy who took it? To the guy who took the note? Was he executed?
I don't know.
Fucking asshole.
I think what happened was this guy ended up getting the letter because someone in his camp bought it at auction and gave it to him as a surprise. Like, look what I found. This letter that was supposed to go to you 40 years ago.
It might have changed his whole life.
That's sort of what this movie's about. Without giving it away. Al Pacino's character is like a musician and thinking, holy fuck, this would have changed my life if I was able to talk to John Lennon. Yeah.
It really is annoying me.
If you could find the actual story, because it's definitely different than the one told in Danny Collins, because they say that it's this movie's not based on anything officially real.
Was the guy from Rolling Stone? You don't know when they found out about him. Did he ever get?
I know the letter was written in 1971. If anyone knows a little more about this, please give us a call.
God, that would annoy me.
I want to know about the real guy and the real story. So
that would upset me a lot.
Yeah, I wish you saw the movie. It was good. It was all right.
I just couldn't get the link. I was so... Roland said they were going to send it to me, but they were at South by Southwest or whatever. It's like, how hard is it to upload a link?
What do you mean they were at South by Southwest? What does that have to do with sending a link?
I have no idea. But I asked for it for 3 days. Roland tried. I mean, it wasn't his fault.
I got the link, and then it's I had to do all that shit just to fucking download the thing. $119,000. What does that mean? Someone just writes me $119,000.
That's how much. I'm guessing that's how much it was cost.
Do you have the story, Travis?
Right here.
Sam's got it.
Oh, okay, so the movie is loosely based on this, is what they're saying?
This is the true story.
Okay, the story is based on the real-life tale of Steve Tilston, it looks like.
Oh, Steve Tilston.
You have no idea.
I do.
You're acting
I do.
today.
No. I went to the Tilston galleries.
Oh.
And there was a big empty space. They said, hopefully a note from a Beatle will come in someday.
The real-life tale of Steve Tilston, who in 1971 was a British musician. Yeah, because then this guy tells the story over the credits. I'm like, wait a minute, you're British, and Al Pacino didn't play you as a British guy.
Well, you're saying artist. You mean musician?
Was a British musician. Worried about succumbing to the trappings of fame. And he talked about that in an article, maybe Rolling Stone. Maybe they pumped it up and made it Rolling Stone for the movie. Lennon read the interview with the young artist and reached out to Tilston via a letter, which offered advice and encouragement with his home phone number. Can you imagine this? In 1971? Unfortunately, Tilston never received a letter and had no idea of its existence until 2005. So in this case, it was 34 years later, right? When a collector who purchased the letter tracked down Tilston. Imagine takes that premise, but instead of Tilston being a musician whose career never amounted to anything, screenwriter Dan Fogelman created Danny Collins, a rock legend who turned into exactly what Tilston was worried he would become, a decadent rock star content to go through the motions playing the hits in sold-out arenas.
Wow.
So there you go.
What a selfish motherfucker. Like the guy, this is what's so enraging. The guy who fucking took that couldn't just call him and say, look, John Lennon called the office and wanted us to give you this. Even if you kept the note as the piece of shit you are, couldn't you just fucking call the guy and let him know or write him a note, hey, Lennon wants to...
How about you just make a copy of the letter and just send it to him?
That's
anonymously.
Terrible.
So this guy's basically saying that would have changed my life if I was able to talk to John Lennon.
Yeah, of course, because that wasn't like 2 weeks before he got shot. That was 9 years before he fucking ate it.
He had 9 years to get a hold of him, and he never did because he never. Lennon must have thought, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he probably saw that guy and he was like, you fucking cunt,
you fucking twat.
Who are you? You're not even that good,
right? You're not calling me? Are you kidding? Yeah, because I don't think John Lennon wrote that letter many times.
With his number on it.
With his phone number, his home number.
Do you know how many calls he probably got that hung up on him? I guarantee the guy who took the note called him. Hello.
Oh my God, it really is his number. Right. Just drunk calling John Lennon. Do they explain who took the letter? Or why this guy never got the letter?
That was the whole article.
Let's see. But receiving a letter from Leonard after all these years reminds him of who he once was and decides to turn his life around. Yeah. All right. Then
it literally could have been someone in the mailroom. It could have been. It could have been a postal worker that saw Lennon's return address on it, or who took it from the fucking Dakota,
right?
And said, "This is from Lennon. I'm going to keep this." Maybe it never even got to the magazine.
That's real fame, though. You can't even fucking put anything in the mail without someone taking it.
I know. I have to put. I never put my name on an envelope because I'm afraid people will see it.
I understand, Jerry.
Right. I put a different name on it.
I absolutely understand.
Yes. I put Joey Hitler.
There's an interview in Zigzag. Magazine.
Zigzag. Okay, for the movie they made it Rolling Stone magazine.
Why not? Zigzag is a good mag.
It might be a huge magazine in Britain. I don't know. Is there more to this?
No, just it was signed Love, John, and Yoko.
Oh, my God.
Oh, did he have to put her in? Well, then again, who knows? Maybe she's the one that saw the article.
Well,
she made one, John, read this. And he was like horny, and he was like, all right, I'll read it.
All right. Just has to deal with her horse shit.
Yeah, that one might have been all Yoko.
He had to deal with a lot of her horse shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true, though. It seemed like he was really, really into her and really loved her. It was everyone else that fucking hated her.
Absolutely it. And everyone else had to deal with her horse shit because of him.
Right.
Like, you want Lennon? Here she is, too. It's like, it is what it is.
He dragged her along to everything.
You know how famous you have to be to have her singing with the fucking, like Mick Jagger and the Stones? Like, you have to be really, really high up there to have to bring her into a gig.
Are you talking about Rock and Roll Circus again?
Yeah, and they tolerate her.
I thank Jay Moore every time I see a clip of Rock and Roll Circus. Back in the day, Jay Moore turned me on to the documentary Rock and Roll Circus, and there's Yoko as they're trying to do some kind of like super group thing at the end of this, and she is the lead singer. And I always forget who was on the stage at the time, but it was just major hitters.
I don't know if Tony Iommi was. I know he played in that. With
Tony Iommi was in Rock and Roll Circus?
Yes, because he was with he had left Sabbath to play with Jethro Tull.
Right.
They really liked his guitar playing, and he played with them for a little while.
Wow.
And you can see him in some of the footage. I think he's like wearing white. He's got like that 1969 fucking giant poof hair.
So he must have been at the end of it. The grand finale, they all were on stage. If someone could tell me who was on the stage with, you're hearing Yoko now. Instead of having, John Lennon was there. He could have been singing. They had Yoko as the lead vocalist.
Wow.
Turn this up a little bit.
Do you think the other singers were happy?
No. I know there were members of The Who there, the Stones, John Lennon, some of the Hendrix guys.
Members of The Who and then The Y.
Right. Jethro Tull. Not sure if it was Ian Anderson himself, but some of the Jethro Tull guys. And she steps up to the microphone and she just fucking did this for like 5 minutes as they're all just doing a super jam.
Yeah, she really was just a songstress.
Supposedly everyone in the audience had to like take acid or something. They're all in raincoats. It's the weirdest thing to watch.
Yeah.
It's called Rock and Roll Circus. If you're looking for something a little different today.
Yeah, I don't remember why. Tony, by the way, he went back to Sabbath because he knew he wouldn't be like, he would just be a guitar player. I think he just didn't like the idea that he wouldn't have the creative freedom. But he got to play there. I think I asked him about it once, but I don't know if he got into any...
Oh, I'd love to ask him about it.
He's a polite Englishman.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he bashed her.
Can we find this video? Because we could probably point out some of the guys that are on the stage with her. All right, well,
awful.
If you figure it out, it's fine.
Just fucking awful.
Anyway, so the movie Danny Collins is pretty good, and we got Bobby coming in today, who's an amazing actor.
Yeah, he was. He did Glengarry Glen Ross with Pacino on Broadway, where he played Ricky Roma, which was I've seen. Like, when I saw it, I saw Alan Alda in it playing Shelley, and Ricky Roma was Liev Schreiber. Jeffrey Tambor was in it.
Wow,
it was an excellent cast when I saw it. One of the guys from Dukes of Hazzard.
I would have loved to have seen that.
But this version was Bobby playing Tony. Oh my God, Ricky Roma and Roma, and then Al Pacino was playing Shelley Levine, who was Jack Lemmon in the film.
Sure.
And I was going to go see it. I had tickets. It was the final performance on a Sunday, and me and Bob Kelly were going. So it was a Sunday night performance. And he calls me in the afternoon. He goes, "Dude, what time are we going?" And I woke up. And I'm like, "Well, tonight." He goes, "No, it's a 3 o'clock show."
Oh.
And I looked at the thing. It was already 3:30. I had slept through it.
Oh.
I wanted to kill myself. Because I know Bobby, so I might have been able to get backstage and meet Pacino.
Right. That would have been
Not
your
that
picture.
day.
No.
Really upsetting.
Oh, yeah. So here's the video with them all in their raincoats. Yeah. And sorry. And I see Keith Richards on the stage. I see John Lennon. I'm trying to recognize some of these other guys.
Somebody with a violin.
Yeah. Supposedly he was like an amazing violinist back in the day. I remember that. There's Yoko.
She looked. You'll see Iommi. He's got like a white suit on. If he's on stage at that moment, he might have just played with Jethro Tull.
Right.
He wasn't famous back then, really. So maybe he wasn't on there playing with the entire.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't up there with Keith Richards and Lennon at that point.
Let's say hi to Ron in Edison, New Jersey. Ron.
Hey, you guys. How's it going, man?
Hey, buddy.
Hello, Ron.
Let me turn you up a little bit. What do you got?
I believe also on that stage was Clapton and Jeff Beck.
Oh, okay.
I think I just saw Clapton as you said that in the background. So there you go. You got Clapton. Yeah, there's Jeff Beck. So you got Clapton, Jeff Beck, John Lennon, Keith Richards, and Yoko Ono was just fucking wailing.
Yeah, the look on Clapton's face as she's wailing is like, oh my God, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, there's Clapton, who, by the way, I think is now 70 years old. I think he's touring as a 70-year-old now, celebrating his 70th birthday. That's nuts.
Well, she does have a very powerful voice, though. Even though it's annoying,
right?
It's very powerful to be able to do that for a long period of time.
Yeah, but what is it?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this is why he liked her, because she made him feel like a great British fuck. She probably made that kind of noise in bed, and he thought he was just ripping her pussy out. That was probably why he loved her.
Right.
Because she convinced him he was a great fucker.
So we're basically all hearing how she sounds when she's having sex.
Yeah,
that was the appeal, I guess.
He was probably a dud in bed. He probably ate ass a lot. He was probably really weird. Like for a Beatle, she probably expected to get like really pounded. He just wanted to eat her ass and tweedle his nipples or do something weird.
Imagine eating ass in the early 70s, though. That's
probably good, though.
That's a little rough.
Yeah, I like that, though.
That's before baby wipes. That's before really cleaning up down there.
Yeah.
We're talking about eating ass in the early 70s, Sherrod. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome once again to the show.
Early 70s. By that we mean older women.
I don't know. That pussy was rough back in the day with all that hair.
Yeah.
And now to imagine eating ass in the early 70s. Wow. You had to be a brave soul or on some good shit to do that, I'm thinking. That was before. That was before the women were bleaching their assholes and
that's when it was hairy
and getting hair ripped out.
I don't like a bleached asshole.
I don't think they started ripping hair out until I would say mid '80s.
Yeah,
I would
84.
go mid '80s before they started actually ripping some of that hair out.
With Run DMC coming on the scene, that was when they started doing it. Right? '84.
That's right.
In '86, the King of Rock inspired everybody to shave their pussies.
And the pussies was tighter than tougher than leather.
Yes. We're listening to Yoko Ono.
Why?
Well, it's one of our go-to things. It's called Rock and Roll Circus. I can't. I can't tell you how we got to this point. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's just how the show works sometimes. And Jay Moore turned me on to this rock documentary called Rock and Roll Circus. And it's basically, you got Lennon, Jeff Beck, Keith Richards, Eric Clapton, John Lennon, I said that right, and then at the end of this thing, some of the guys from the Who.
Wow.
You got some of the guys from Jethro Tull.
Where is it? All in one location?
Yeah, they put this whole thing together. They all just got together, and someone from Hendrix, and everyone in the audience were wearing like what looks like yellow. Look.
Like ponchos?
Yeah, yellow like rain ponchos, and supposedly everyone had to take acid for this show or whatever. And then at the end of it, they just decided to do a super jam, and Yoko Ono was the vocalist, just screaming. It's a really fucking weird documentary to check out. It's called Rock and Roll Circus.
It's like being in the middle of an orgy, but somebody comes in and dumps turpentine on everybody. Just fucking ruins it.
And then Jimmy is thinking that Yoko's appeal to John Lennon was that she was really good in bed.
She had good puss. Yes,
Yeah, I guarantee you she fucked him properly.
No question.
And that's why she went everywhere with him.
She was a weirdo. She would let him fall asleep with his dick still inside of her.
Really?
That kind of stuff. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, probably right.
But then we were talking about ass eating, which leads to the holy fuck. Could you imagine that in the early 70s?
Yeah.
And that was where you came in.
Before baby wipes and everything else that we now have to keep it a little cleaner down.
I mean, it's only good now, really, when you think about.
Imagine eating ass in the Game of Thrones days.
Yeah, oh my God.
After a battle.
Even Little House on the Prairie days. It's like Laura Ingalls was a mess down there.
Yes. Yeah, it was rough to go down on a girl in the 80s, man. It was rough. There was a smell to it. Even if they kept it clean.
The further back in time you go, the more necessary you had to do oral before you went in because you just couldn't get your penis in because it wasn't the hygiene.
Yeah, you
really have to love pussy to fucking.
There's probably a disease tester too. Like you could smell if it was sick down there. Like you know how a scab smells?
It smells like liverwurst.
Yeah, you could tell if it smelled like flu breath.
You do remember it kind of smelled like musty. It smelled like an old basement.
Yeah, it was like a scalp.
An old basement that was kind of cleaned, but still had a little.
The basement where my uncle killed himself.
Yeah,
they tried to clean up the blood, but you could still smell it.
That's kind of how it smelled, and that was a good one. The good one smelled like that.
It tastes like pennies.
Yeah, a little musty box. I didn't mind.
Yeah.
The first pussy I don't even remember the first one, but I remember eating one that was kind of hairy, and it smelled like tinkle. And back then I didn't like that. It was
Right.
pussy was really hairy. I was like, oh.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it was kind of terrible.
But it's never the same, too. It's like, I'd rather smell nothing than smell anything.
I don't know. I'd rather smell something. I like a little scent.
Yeah, if you're into that scent.
Oh.
The scent has to match up.
It varies.
Sometimes you get a scent and you're like, okay, we're not meant to be together, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? And it's not like anything she's doing wrong.
What do you do when you try to go down on a girl and she pulls you back up like you don't want to?
Oh, that just means she's on the rag, usually.
Okay.
Yeah,
But she
or
wasn't
she's-
brave enough to tell you.
Or she's not
Or at
into
the
it.
end of it or whatever.
Yeah, I've had a couple girls do that. It's like, I like doing that, miss. What are you doing? I enjoy doing that.
Miss?
Pulling me away. I like to suck that vag.
There's a great video on YouTube with Chuck Berry and Lennon singing with Yoko, and Barry's face is hilarious, really. That might be a new one. We obsess about Yoko Ono.
You think she shared? You think Chuck Berry went at it? You think he got to taste it? Or
No.
You don't think they had orgies? Lennon?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
I think they would have had to. I mean,
Is Chuck Berry was at that rock and roll circus? Or, oh, somewhere else. Okay.
Somewhere else. Once again, she's singing and with
good.
Chuck Berry. Is this it? Just play this.
Is he
Maybe
still
this
alive,
it.
Chuck Berry? He is, right?
yes.
Wow.
Chuck Berry's still alive?
I think so.
They all love that guy. All the British rockers love Chuck
Love him.
Berry.
He was the real deal.
Yeah.
That's the real deal right there. That's the gold standard.
Let's see. Just rip on this.
You saw that video where he was peeing on a girl, huh?
Yeah, I've seen something
It's
like
grainy,
it.
but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do when you Chuck Berry.
Damn right.
Yeah, I started rock and roll. Drink this. Good for him. Exactly. And then get over there and Bo Diddley's going to shit in your face.
Oh, shit.
All right, whatever. I guess we could do this on our own time. I would love to see
Yeah.
Chuck Berry's
Chuck
face.
Berry and his stupid Wolfman beard.
Yes, he looks like he's in the middle of a change
And
from
she's
man
back
to
there.
wolf.
She's back there beating on a fucking like a bongo drum, just being worthless.
But she
Oh,
got,
how awful!
she got to be part of all this. Oh,
All
here,
of it.
Here she goes. Nope. This might not even be the one. Who knows?
They let her on the mic and she starts singing.
Yeah,
No,
man.
he let her on the mic, not they. Chuck Berry, you'll hear at one point he goes, "Who is this fucking bitch?" hey, the fucking person who delivered my fast food is singing.
Look at her.
She just picked it up to just scream. All right, we're probably wasting time. One more call on this, then we'll move on. Zach in Philly, go ahead.
Hello, Zach.
We lost Zach. I
know
want to
what
say that Bill Burr has a viral video making fun of Yoko Ono and that rock and roll circus thing. So
Really?
you might want to search that out today if this interests you.
Well, I hope it's not mean-spirited.
Yes. Anyway.
Ashley Judd wants to press charges over her threatening tweets.
Right. That's just, she doesn't understand what she's doing. She's just going to make him go harder.
Were they legitimately threatening or just being mean? There's a big difference.
Well, some of the examples weren't threatening.
Well, you know
They were
the
just
tweets
really
you sent her,
mean.
Jim. So what did you send?
Well, I said, "Dear Ashley, I don't enjoy your work whatsoever, and now to prove it, I'm going to."
Wait, go. Yeah, there you go. No, go up a little more. Yeah, that one.
To my beautiful child.
She wrote, when I express a stout opinion during March Madness, I am called a whore, cunt, threatened with sexual violence. Not okay.
Well, you date him.
Who?
Whoever she's dating.
No, she said it on Twitter. She's dating a basketball player?
No, this just sounds like a relationship kind of thing.
Judd further explained to MSNBC, well, apparently I'm a whore. I've been called a C word. The way things happen on social media is so abusive, and everybody needs to take personal responsibility for what they write and not allowing this misinterpretation and shaming culture on social media to persist. And by the way, I'm pressing charges. To illustrate the point, Judd tweeted out some examples of these tweets. Example, I am mentally weak for not tolerating sodomy threats.
One guy tweeted. Sorry, this one guy I retweeted. One guy. It was fucking hilarious what he wrote.
What?
his comment to her was, the guy right there, whatever his name is, Pinhead. He wrote.
He follows all of us.
Oh, does he?
Yes, he's one of our guys, I believe. He follows
I can't
us.
see that from me. What did they say?
He wrote something. I retweeted it, and I don't want to misquote him. He was saying something about. It's about the police chief. Can you go up a little bit, Sam?
Wait, we
Running
had
it
it.
down.
No, this guy.
That's the one right there.
Yeah, she retweeted it. He wrote something.
The one that says,
I mean, this is his tweet. I could go to his Twitter account.
Yeah. It's a few down though.
okay.
I don't remember what it was. But it was just a funny tweet he sent
She was
out.
like, "You believe I need to be sexually violated?"
Yeah, you can't threaten to rape people. I mean,
No, that's what. Yeah.
Of course not.
But you know when you get involved in sports, it's ignorant motherfuckers out there. When you sports teams, they say ignorant shit.
Yeah, they take their teams very, very seriously.
I thought they just came out the blue and just was like, "Hey, Ashley Judd, by the way, we're gonna kill you."
See, he retweeted your Robert Durst tweet, which was very funny yesterday, Jim Norton.
Okay, thank you.
Jim Norton tweeted, the AP mixed up accused killer Robert Durst with Limp Bizkit singer Fred Durst. True story, by the way. They should promptly apologize to Robert.
Then I made fun of the awful tweet. It was an awful fucking. Hence the formulaic Drek hashtag. We should bring.
Is he here?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, okay. We got a very busy show. We got Sherrod Small.
Yes.
We got Rich Guzzi, the hypnotist.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know this
He's a
guy.
comedian on it for many years.
Yeah, okay.
And we saw each other in I don't remember where, but we should bring him in because we have him for a limited time.
Okay.
Because we.
He's a hypnotist.
Yeah, but I can't be hypnotized.
You have to be,
No,
Jimmy.
no,
Jimmy.
No.
It can help your relationship with black people.
No, now it would come out.
So what's going on with this Ashley Judd?
Now she wants to press charges against people, and it's like you can't press charges against people. The guy wrote something very funny about police chief. Guys, like this is the cop, the guy who forget that murder investigation. Someone called Ashley Judd a cunt on Twitter. It was some very funny tweet he had sent out.
Well, Pinhead, his Twitter actually is Tom Adel. I don't know, Adelsbach, Adel. SBACH. He wrote, "You called an entire team dirty cheaters in a public tweet and then demand legal action against the rebuttal."
Yeah. See, you can't.
You can't do that. You can't
That's
fucking.
part of it.
You can't troll. She wasn't trolling. She just said that they were playing dirty.
Dirty cheaters. I don't think they wanted to be called dirty cheaters.
And these are kids. These are 18-year-old kids.
And that's actually almost libelous or slanderous, whatever the word is for spoken. Like you're actually accusing them of doing something they might not be doing.
She's attacking a whole team that a lot of people really like. So of course those people are going to now attack you.
Yeah, she can attack their integrity as players, but people can't say dirty things about her.
But then they went too far.
I think she piggybacking. She piggybacking Kurt Schilling what he did for his daughter when she got attacked on Twitter recently.
But they were legitimately telling a 17-year-old they were going to or doing something.
I agree. It was sexy.
How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
How's it going?
What's going on, Rich?
How's it going?
We're just talking about Ashley Judd.
Yeah, Ashley Judd wants to sue people on Twitter now.
Oh no!
Can you hypnotize her through tweets?
Yeah, actually, she needs a little hypnotized, and that's getting a little extreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like the other Judd sister better. What's her name? The big one?
Winona.
Chloe?
Wait, is Winona Judd one of them or no?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
they're all
Okay,
in
the
there.
fat one. Yeah, I interviewed her once. She was quite a delight.
Was she nice?
Yeah, she was nice. So I feel bad.
Well, she's a bit chubby.
Yeah.
On the chubby side. The mom held up for a long time.
Yeah, she did.
What was her name?
Naomi?
Naomi.
Thank you, E-Rock. You know the Judds, huh?
Yeah.
Why do you know the Judds?
Just because at one point they were all over the place, and then the hot daughter came out, and everyone forgot about the other two.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a mother-daughter team.
Oh, well, fuck her.
So I guess somebody's breaking her chops online, and now she's going to sue them over that.
She was being a twat. She said something about the team being dirty cheaters or whatever, some college team. And you know how people on Twitter are such scumbags. I mean,
they are, man. They're brutal.
Brutal.
They're brutal. And they were
I'm
like,
one of them.
Yeah, I can be a dick too. I never threatened to rape anybody. Like that's fucking just legally stupid.
Yeah.
You can't threaten to commit a crime.
No,
Yeah.
no. But Twitter people are real mean. You know, they hide behind that like alias. When a lot of them have the aliases and stuff, and they're real mean.
But most times when you go at them and respond to it, they go like this, "Oh, no, I was just bugging. I'm a big fan." It's like, you fucking coward.
Yeah, they are kind
Strange
of
way to show it.
This is a strange way to show it.
Right.
They just want attention.
Because they act like, well, we can't say what we want to say because we'll get in trouble. But it's like a lot of times you're not saying things that, like, you can still tell somebody you don't like them without, you know what I mean? Like, you can still say what you want to say under your real name. They just kind of like the freedom of... I read something somebody said once that I blocked them on their real name and then I blocked them under their fake name. Well, then you're just a dick.
Yeah, exactly. It proves I was right the first time.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a dick under two different names, you're the problem. I don't know you.
Oh, man. He's so right.
So you're really a hypnotist, Rich?
That's what I do. And hypnotize people. And
Did you start as a hypnotist and then decide to go into comedy?
No, I was actually a comedian first.
Right.
And
Nice.
then, as the story goes, I went broke in 2000. You know,
Welcome to comedy.
with the tech wreck. You know, I was investing in stocks. Wasn't babysitting it, and I lost it. I had a crazy wife that drove me nuts, and I missed it.
You could just say wife. You don't have to say crazy wife. You just double talk.
It was. I ended up marrying the one of the comedy club waitresses. I made like error number one. Never fool around with the staff.
Right.
And I did.
Well, you're supposed to fool around with the staff.
But
She
no
was
make a
not-
long-term
She was
relationship.
smoking hot, and I said, "All right, you know what? I could do it this one time." And then next thing you know, I was married, and then it just got out of control.
When did it get bad?
It got bad almost immediately.
Oh, my God,
from
really?
start to finish, from the time I met her to the time we would divorce, was exactly 3 years. So, and that was
What was the first thing that went wrong?
well,
She was a woman?
yeah. Well, no. Well, she had 3 kids. Different dads.
All three, okay.
Everybody hated me. And
Okay.
as much as I tried to make it work, it just didn't work. So. Long story short, what happens is next,
Wait, no. So you wanted to be her savior?
Yeah, I was one of those guys.
Yeah, he went to swoop in. He swooped in.
God,
Yeah, it was stupid. I know.
don't
it
even
was
know you, and
Bad,
I
bad
already
mistake.
dislike
It was-
you. No, I don't dislike you.
Yeah, it was dumb.
You really
It-
wanted to be the guy that would turn all that around?
In retrospect, being the self-help guy now, I know that's the issue. If I had to analyze it, that was the mistake I made. I thought I was going to save her.
What kind of stuff did she put you through before you realized I got to get the fuck out of this?
First of all, was it young kids? Like kids in the house?
It was 10, 10, 8, and 4.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
motherfucker!
Yeah, it was brutal.
All looking at you like you're not my fucking dad.
Yeah, and it was just nuts. You
How
know,
many different dads? Two different dads?
Yeah, two different dads.
Okay.
And it was just a bad situation. And then the mom was on my ass continuously as well. You know, and being a comedian, you know, we don't actually have a legitimate job, you know, but we have to work. I mean,
Right.
people don't get that. You know, you have to write stuff, you have to go out on the road, and that's brutal too. But when you're home, they think you don't work.
Right.
And now all of a sudden I'm doing everybody's errands because, well, you don't work. I'm like, and now they got me doing all this stuff. Oh yeah, go. You know, you have to go to my mom's house and clean the gutters out. I'm like, I ain't clean no gutters. It was brutal. And then now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy because I ain't going to clean her freaking gutters.
Now, did you say it nicely, or did you say fuck her, let her clean her own gutters?
Yeah, in the beginning it was like, all right, I actually cleaned the gutters,
Right.
You know, but eventually,
you're a savior. You came in
I
to
was like,
save
listen,
everybody.
you know, you got to get the fuck out of here with these gutters. I'm not cleaning no gutters.
God, I love Rich Guzzi.
And it just got really out of control, and I just lost it.
Did you guys have kids or
No.
a kid? Because it was only
No.
3 years.
No, I thank God I didn't. You know, I didn't have any kids.
Do
With
you
her.
still
I was-
fuck with the kids that she had? Like you still call them on Christmas stuff?
No,
you don't fuck with those kids.
That's totally out of the picture. It was,
I knew it.
It was in and out, and you know, I'm actually friends with my first wife.
Okay.
And, you know, because, you know, it was just a situation where, you know, we just went apart. We went in different directions.
You and your first wife laugh about your second wife together,
Yes.
don't you?
And, yeah, that was...
How long were you with your first wife?
10 years.
Okay.
Because I was a car mechanic on Long Island.
Right. Where?
You know, actually, it's funny. I know it's a funny story. You used to work at Deutsche Relays.
I did?
Didn't you used to work at Deutsche Relays?
No.
I could have heard. I could have.
What is
that was the
Deutsche
story.
Relays?
What is that? Strip club?
It's a relay company on Long Island. That's where my mom worked. I
Okay.
could have sworn
What's
that
a relay company?
Yeah, it's a relay company.
They just grab a baton and run. Oh, sorry.
So anyway, I was working on Long Island. I had a car repair business.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I started getting into comedy. I wanted to do comedy. I started doing comedy, and then, you know, my wife, like, I didn't sign up for this, and she was very supportive in the beginning.
Right.
You know, but then all of a sudden, like, I'm on the road, and, you know, now she's staying home, and she had a job that she really liked, and she, you know, then we said, all right, you know, it's not going to work out anymore. And
More
we split it up.
logistics.
Yeah, it was more logistics. Yeah, because, you know, she's still a great girl, you know, and I wish her the best, and we're still friends.
You gonna marry that first wife again? Is she married now?
No, I actually have a great girlfriend now who travels on the road with me every
That
week.
didn't answer my question though, Rich. Is she married now, the first wife?
No, she is not.
Y'all still communicate with each other?
Yeah, it's not like that. It's
hypnotize
not,
that
it's not-
motherfucker.
Fast forward a few years. You're getting
He
remarried.
getting remarried to her.
You're getting remarried.
Is this
You heard it
girlfriend
here
younger?
first.
not really.
Not yet, okay,
We're in the same age range.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's perfect. Yeah, it really is perfect.
Are you saving this one? This girlfriend, you out saving her?
No. She's actually helping me out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, she actually learned how to hypnotize too, just by coming to my show and being my assistant. You know, in the beginning it was like, you know, watching the show, you know, and then next thing you know, she was like, you see like the magicians in like, you know, Las Vegas, like, you know, ta-da, you know, the girl with the big tits, you know, hanging out behind. So she was
She's
like,
got big tits?
Yeah, she got massive melons.
You tried to slip that in. I
Yeah.
heard you.
And then she actually became a real asset to the show, you know, because she started being able to hypnotize people. You know, when you're doing the show, people in the audience get hypnotized as well. And now these
Like
people
just collateral damage.
Just watching the show, yeah, exactly, collateral damage. They'll get knocked out just watching the show. Next thing you know, they're face planted, and she'll actually grab them and drag them to the stage as well. So we'll have like kind of a three-ring circus thing going on. You have like multiple shows going. You have the show on the stage, and you have the people in the audience doing the same thing, and it's
And they're
pretty wild.
legitimately out.
If it was fake, I would actually tell you, listen, it's a fake show, but it's, you know, it's a lot of fun.
Because some people don't
but-
believe in that shit. They think it's the person wanting to believe, and then they just go with it or whatever.
Exactly. And listen,
Subconsciously
you know,
or something.
I'm a New Yorker, you know, an Italian guy from New York. We don't believe anything unless you see it. Even if you see it, the guy can be a magician. All right. So I was real skeptical when I started doing this. And I'll tell you the story how I started doing it. But it really is legit. These guys are really getting knocked out. And there's some people who do try to fake it. And the audience will actually do the work for you, because when you see people who are legitimately hypnotized,
right,
and then all of a sudden you see the guy who's not, and he's trying to fake it, man, he sticks out like a sore thumb.
Right.
And man, the crowd says, oh, that guy. And I know, I've been doing it like long enough now where I see him right out of the box. In fact, even when they walk into the stage, I know, all right, this guy's going to be the dick. He's going to try to fool around, and he's going to try to make it through, you know, without, you know, being hypnotized and like grope somebody or do something dumb. You know?
I would say that's pretty smart.
There's always some guy trying to do, you know, trying to get that, slip that past you. Know, says, hey, I'm hypnotized. Let me grab these big melons here, you know. And
can that hold up in court?
It probably could, actually. If you didn't know what you were doing, you have an argument. If you were a hypnotist, and Rich might be in trouble. Is there any liability for that?
We actually have massive signage on every door in the building, saying, listen, by coming into the room, you could potentially get hypnotized. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
Now, I do have a really, really tight leash on stuff happening. I look, even though these guys are hypnotized, even if I don't even maybe particularly like that particular person, because they have a wacky personality or whatever, they're still my responsibility. So I always make sure I take care of all we call them subjects, the people who are hypnotized is called a subject. And I make sure that every person is safe. They're not going to get hurt themselves, not going to hurt anybody else on the stage, not going to hurt anybody in the audience. So I'm pretty, I'm real strict about that type of stuff.
Okay. How did you get into it? You said you were going to tell the story.
Yeah, actually, I'm a regular comedian first. I go broke in 2000. Next thing you know, I have to make some money. So I'm like $500,000 in debt. I got to sell all my stuff.
$500,000 in debt.
Yeah, I'm busted up. I could have claimed
house and the.
I could have claimed bankruptcy, but I didn't. I didn't want to be one of those guys.
And it was all because of the stock market crashing.
I really got hurt hard, and then I was investing other people's money too, like friends and family type stuff.
Oh no! Fucking Rich Madoff.
Yeah. So I'm $500,000 in the red. So I said, all right, I'm not going to let my friends and family go belly up too on this. And I paid it back. I sold all my stuff, every possession I owned. I moved into my brother's basement.
Wow.
All right. And I started paying the money back. And New Year's Eve is always your best gig.
It is.
All right? So you make a lot of money on that. I had this great gig for New Year's Eve, and I was getting paid a lot of money. And I remember when I got the check, I'm like, oh man, look at this. And it was the exact amount I owed for the rest to kill the $500,000. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I don't have any money, but at least I'm starting from scratch again.
You were doing a $400,000 New Year's Eve gig?
No.
Did you hypnotize the promoter?
Actually, what happened was, but by selling off everything I owned, I pretty much knocked off a lot of that $500,000.
Yeah, that's what you had.
So I ended
What did you end up selling?
Well, I sold my house. I sold all my cars. All my I had tools and stuff from the car repair business. I sold all that junk off. So by the time it was all said and done, I was pretty much done.
Wow.
And I was tapped, but I was I was starting from scratch again.
Right.
So I'm doing regular shows as a comedian. You're not making a lot of money. In the beginning, you know. In fact, even now, if I was a regular comic, if I wasn't doing the hypnotizing show, I'd be probably in trouble, because the business has changed so much in the past 10 years. The comedy club doesn't even really care how funny you are anymore.
Yeah, you got to suck a lot of dick now, man.
It's more about the numbers you're drawing through the building.
Right.
It's more about that. The club will put the devil on stage as long as he sells enough tickets. You know,
there's a lot of guys that I started out with that are like in different parts of the country now, and they're funny guys too. They're not bad comedians,
great
but
comedians.
It's just really hard to get things going.
There's very few guys in that area where they're really funny guys and they still get some work, and because the club owners still like them kind of, and they're like they're skirting through. It's a tough business,
right?
So, stroke of luck. I'm working Rascals at the Shore when it was open. Sandy DePerna was the manager. I come in to do the show Wednesday, started on Wednesday, and Otto and George had gone on the radio and had gone berserk, saying that he was tearing up the owner of Rascals. I mean, just tearing him up. So the owner of Rascals was Ed Rodriguez at the time. The Magnuson brothers had sold it. Goes berserk and says, "That's it. Otto and George is fired. He's not working. He's not working here ever again." Also, Joe Miller, his manager's with him. That's right. All his acts gone too.
Wow.
So now Sandy's.
That doesn't sound like Otto.
Yeah. It was on our show, right?
I don't. I think it might have been.
He had a few. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember. I mean. We can't ask Otto anymore, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But I feel like that happened on our show.
Yeah, and so what happens is Sandy's telling me the story. She says, I had to fire all these guys. I even had to fire poor Denny Moore, the hypnotist. So I got to find a new hypnotist. I don't even know why I said it. But I said, well, I can do the hypnotizing show.
Oh, really?
She says, you can? I said, yeah. Well, because I used to do this psychic guy, this John Edwards, the psychic guy. I used to do this bit in my show, and people used to love it. That was the one they would always talk about. So I said, yeah, I could do the psychic guy. I can do the hypnotizing thing, too. She goes, all right. She takes me in the back, opens the book up. She says, this is the week. I said, I got that week open. It was like 3 times the money I would normally make. So I'm like, all right, sure it is. Here it is. She puts it in there.
But she didn't ask, like, have you ever done this before?
Nothing.
She assumed, because who the fuck would lie about that?
Dude. So I go home and I'm like, man, I better learn how to do the hypnotizing show.
Right.
And that's what I did. I bought a book. I read a book on how to hypnotize. All right. And I started after every single show, after the show, I would sell my stuff after the show.
Yeah.
And I would say, hey, anybody wants to get hypnotized after the show? And I started practicing on all the people from the audience for the next couple of months.
Did it ever not work when you first started?
No, because here's what happens. I actually I found out I'm actually pretty proficient at it. I was really good at it. I was made to do this. I got really good at doing the one-on-one stuff, because you're hypnotizing people in a bar, in a loud building, and normally you have the guy quiet, and so I got so good at doing stuff like like one-on-one that I had to do a practice show. So I did it in a place where, all right, let's say it doesn't work, All right. Well, I guess I'm never working Muskegon, Michigan ever again. I did a practice show, and it worked the first time.
Wow.
Because I read this book on how to do the whole show itself.
Right.
Wow.
And it was an old book, too. It was like from 30, 40 years ago. So it worked, and I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. I remember I had to go to St. Louis the next day, and I had to drive that night. I packed my stuff up and drove to St. Louis that night because I couldn't sleep. I was like, oh, I can't believe this shit actually worked. I'm like, this stuff it's real.
Unbelievable.
Because you see guys getting knocked out, and I said, I just did this. Then I did another practice show in Altoona, PA, and then now all of a sudden the Rascals gig comes up. And Rascals went from Wednesday to Sunday. So I go in Wednesday, and who shows up? Denny Moore, the hypnotist, and Joe Miller as manager. They figure I'm going to go belly up. They're going to save the day and get their gig back. All
So
right?
they actually just showed up.
They showed up
hoping you'd bomb.
Hoping I'm going to bomb.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and now I'm actually nervous. I mean, you don't get nervous on a stage anymore. You do what you got to do.
Right.
So I haven't been nervous. I've been doing comedy, had 15, 20 years at that point. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm kind of nervous now. These guys are scrutinizing what I'm going to do. So I said, all right, I'm still a comedian because I was still doing comedy too. I said, I'm just going to bust this crowd up. I'm going to do the best 15 I got, bust them up, get them on my side, and then go from there. So I do 15 minutes up front. I kill the crowd. I bring 20 people up on stage to hypnotize. I end up with 4 at the end, which in retrospect, now if I bring 15 people up now, I'm going to knock out probably 12. Because I'm better at it now. But now I realize that looking at the rest of the business, that's what most guys do. It's a numbers game. What they'll do is they'll bring a whole bunch of people up and know that statistically the odds are in your favor that you're going to have a good 10 to 20% of the guys are natural subjects where I could just, boom, snap my fingers and they're going to get knocked out.
What makes someone a natural subject?
They're what they call a natural somnambulist. They go out real easy. They'll have like an eye flutter thing going on, like right out of the box. So if there's 300 people in the room, statistically, 10% of those people are killer subjects.
okay.
Right. So that means 30 it's my job to find those 30. Now, a lot of times those people don't volunteer, but statistically, it's in my favor. Another 10% are just pretty close to that. That is 10% on the opposite end of the spectrum that are real hard, right? To get those like analytical resistors, we call them. They're real tough to get into. So I stay away from those guys. But so I brought 20 people up, end up with 4 killer subjects. Show goes off without a hitch. Everybody's happy. Those guys weren't even in the showroom when I left the showroom.
They was in a parking lot cutting your brakes.
Exactly. They were done. My confidence built, and then I did the rest of the week. I got the check, and I couldn't believe that they wrote me this check. And I'm like, oh man. So then I went home. I was living in my brother's basement still. I went home. I cashed the check. Monday morning, I wake up, and between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the following week, I booked in 6 months worth of work.
Wow.
Yeah, the hypnotists are weird. I'll do the
That's how
improvs. There's always hypnotists booked.
Yeah.
Those fucking guys, because they for some reason they bring in a real audience. They bring in a lot of money.
That's me.
Yeah.
I do that whole circuit. Jay Medicine Hat used to do it. And,
I remember that name. He died?
He died.
Yeah.
And then I basically took over the rest. It was me and Jay had pretty much the entire territory carved up.
Right.
And then Jay died. And then I basically own it now. I mean, there's a couple peripheral guys doing it, but I'm, in the clubs, I'm the main guy.
Nice.
Outside of, I guess, like say, the guy in Vegas, Anthony Cools. I mean,
I don't know any of these guys' names.
Out of all the hypnotizing guys, I'm probably the top guy.
There is one guy that does the improvs whose name I heard.
Flip Orley.
There you go, Flip
Yeah.
Orley.
Yep.
Who I don't know, but
He does a couple. Yeah,
I'll be doing an improv with fucking 80 people there. They'll be like, all right, well, we gotta turn the room because Flip Orley is here next week and we gotta put extra seats in. Really?
Yeah,
We're
I know.
building a balcony for Flip because those guys bring an audience.
Yeah, it's weird. We got the attendance record in a lot of buildings.
Yeah.
If they give us the shot, because people talk about it. There'll be 100 people there on Wednesday, and all of a sudden there's like 500 people there on Saturday because
kidding.
The word spreads that quick.
And you're working every weekend now.
Yeah, I work as many as I want.
So you got your house. You got a house now and all that.
Yeah, I live in Nashville actually now.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
Because
I love Nashville.
That's where I saw you. No,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
that's right.
Yeah, because you came to play Nashville, and that's where I saw you. But it's centrally located. It's easy to fly out. Southwest Airlines.
Where,
Like, boom, I do what I gotta
Zanies?
do.
You was at Zanies?
Yeah. And Rich came to the one of the late shows.
That's a great room.
Do you do Jim Chandler's show?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
For any reason or no?
No, it's just
He's the big morning show down there. I started
Is he
radio with
really?
the guy, and we have a thing now.
It's kind of weird.
You got beef?
I don't know. I guess I found out he blocked me on Twitter.
What do you mean?
What you do?
Don't act like you like.
We literally
like,
started radio together.
You know what?
As 18-year-old
And
kids.
and he blocked you?
Well, it was a thing that Sam.
No.
fucked me on.
What you do, Opie?
You need to take your own blame for it because
Did you Craig Shoemaker?
No, we do this. We do whatever.
A little bit.
It was just. It's just supposed to be a quick question, but basically we do this bit called Jocktober. We make fun of radio shows.
Okay.
And they brought this radio show in, and we're making fun of them, and I'm thinking to myself, this sounds way too familiar. And then I tapped out. I'm like, I can't do this because I recognized the voice and realized it was the guy I started in radio with. Like we were tight. We were roommates even.
Yeah. Oh,
we ran
man.
the college station during the summer. We were those guys. And Sam didn't tell me ahead of time, but Sam and everyone else didn't know. It was just a ridiculous coincidence. But now it fucked up our relationship.
And you had
now
taken
he's
some
blocked me on
shots.
Twitter. Huh? What I missed?
I'm just laughing at what you said. He blocked me on Twitter
Because
I didn't know that was an option.
the other day, I'm thinking, man, I haven't seen a tweet from him in a while. So I went to his Twitter and it says I'm blocked. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Unbelievable.
Because I threw myself on the sword. I said, look, I didn't know. These guys
exactly,
brought the show in, and I even said, and I swear I meant this. I didn't even think it was that bad.
Oh, that's terrible.
That wasn't a good compliment, though.
You said it wasn't that bad after you found out who he was, though. You had said other things before you realized.
Yeah,
who
but
he
even if you
was.
found out, you stopped and you say, "All right, wait a minute, I know
I
this guy."
tapped
Yeah,
out.
right,
I was
exactly,
like, I cannot do this. I can't do it to the
I
guy
remember
I
that.
started in radio with.
Yes, we could.
Well, Jimmy and Anthony certainly, they continued. But I tapped out. And then I find out he blocked me. This
Are you
son of a
blocked by him,
bitch.
Sam?
No. I can still get to
I
you.
may give him a follow.
Yeah.
I may give him a little follow.
Is that him?
Because we were getting close, because then he was kind of fooling around with it, because a lot of our fans hit him up, and he was having kind of a good time.
Oh, he was okay with it for a while.
He was okay with it for a while. He didn't block me on Instagram. I still see him on Instagram, but
You like his Instagram?
yeah, it's all right.
There you go.
So anyway, I only asked that because you said Nashville. It wasn't supposed to be this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those guys out of the loop. I don't really have to work that hard at it, really. I get a lot of work, because a lot of the clubs I know are my friends and stuff. I do them, and then I pretty much stick to myself.
Can you really fuck a girl, though, from hypnotizing? Like, they say
you
you can't make anyone do what they normally wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you the straight scoop. Because I'm not like a normal hypnotizing guy. I'm a comedian first. I'm actually a
So
comedian.
you're a little rapey.
I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian that does
Cosby in
hypnosis.
you.
I'm not a hypnotist that does comedy.
Yes.
I'm one of those guys. So I'm going to tell you the real stuff about hypnosis. All right. Every hypnotist will tell you can't make somebody do something they normally wouldn't do, and you can't hypnotize somebody against their will. All right. So I've been doing it for 15 years now. I've beaten both of those.
I believe it.
I figured out a way how to do it because it happens on the show every single night.
Alcohol?
All right. No, it's not even that. Is that all you need to do is make the story real enough. You have to get the hypnotic subject deep enough and then make the story real enough. So to give you an example, to get the person deep enough, you have to be a good hypnotist. Now, a lot of hypnotists aren't that good. All right. Let's call a spade a spade.
Are
That's
you
exactly
trying to
what it is,
hypnotize
all
me
right?
right now? Because I'm falling into this story.
Well, because here's what happens. All right. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors, good lawyers, bad lawyers.
Right.
You know?
My
Right, so-
doctor's good. Vinny Boombox.
a good hypnotist can knock the guy out, all right, quickly, and then and then make them deep enough where they can get them to do stuff they normally wouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's my job to make the story real enough. So let's say the guy's not a killer. But under certain circumstances, a person will kill even a docile person. This guy's family's getting attacked. He's got to protect or whatever like that.
Sirhan.
So exactly, and that
Bad
and
example,
I
but yes.
actually think that's what happened in that particular
That's what I
situation.
think. That,
hypnotized.
Yeah, I
So
think it was hypnotized.
Those Manchurian candidate situations could
Yes.
definitely happen because I see it happen on my stage every single night because you make people do like stuff that's totally out of character because that's what makes it funny.
Right.
Everybody wants to see the fish out of water stuff. I want to see the big burly biker guy become a ballerina.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm doing this crazy biker show one night. I had 3 guys on the edge of the stage. The cut off shirts, the big beards and stuff like that. And I said, man, the ass smells delicious. Most delicious ass you ever smelled. They were training each other, sniffing each other's ass crack like you wouldn't believe. And I'm like, there's no way you're gonna get 3 biker guys to sniff each other's ass crack in front of 450 people.
Right.
So, that's out of character. So if you can make them do that, I guarantee I can get you to say, hey, I want you to smash that guy on top of the head with a pipe.
Right.
There's no question about it in my mind.
It's too much power. I would take advantage of
And
it.
the thing about, picking up women, right, you don't even have to, and this is the scary part, you wouldn't even have to actually formally hypnotize them to the point where they can do stuff on stage because when you get them hypnotized that deep, you can actually get them to hallucinate. Because I can say, at the count of 3, open your eyes, your dick's hanging in your pants, it's 2 foot long. All right? Boom, they open their eyes, boom, they're hanging out, and then they're holding it. All right? And they're hallucinating because it's not really hanging out of their pants, so it's not really 2 foot long, but they actually think it is, so they hallucinate. All right? There you go. All right. So that's deep hypnosis. You can actually get girls to go home with you and do whatever you want with a very light level of just suggestibility, just by putting in positive or negative anchors.
Like suggest you might buy them something?
Yeah, exactly.
No, well,
you should come over. I live on Dollars Street.
Yeah. That's actually pretty close. That's actually pretty close. What it is, it's called setting up the anchor. And what you can do is so advertisers have celebrity spokespeople to make you buy their products because, hey, if this guy wears, these type of underwear, I want to wear those underwear too, right? So the exact same thing works with hypnotic suggestion. So I can have this bottle over here, and I can have a straw in this glass, and you're talking to a girl at the bar, and you say, "What do you have for dinner tonight?" "Oh, steak medium rare. I love steak medium rare," and I keep on going up and down with the straw in the glass. I'm setting up an anchor now. Then I say, "What do you have for dessert?" "Cherry pie." "Oh man, I love cherry pie," and again with the straw up and down, right? So I'm setting up every time I say something positive and yes, I'm going up and down with this straw.
Okay.
So now I can also set up a negative anchor too. So how come a beautiful girl like you doesn't have a boyfriend? "Oh, your boyfriend was bad. Yeah, guys are bad. I can push my face down like this, sad is bad, and this is good." So every time I say something good, the straw is going up and down. Every time I say something bad, boom, the face is going down. Now you're doing this for like 20 minutes. You keep on pounding on it. But she can't even tell you're doing it because you're doing it subtly. All of a sudden, a couple of her friends come by. "Oh, Julie, come on, let's go to this dance club." And I say, "No, Julie." Put the hands down like this, the mouth, right? "Oh, Julie, you don't want to go with them. Let's go back to my place to give you a nice massage." And I'm going up and down with the straw. So now what happens is she picks up this means yes. And she says, "Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's go back with you." And then...
Has this worked?
Yeah, it works. It works.
No, have you done this?
Yeah, I do it all the time. Not in this particular situation, but
Right.
I've done it millions of times to make people do what you want them to do.
How many guys are going to get this one wrong? How many guys are just going to keep rubbing their chin and jerking the straw off? So, Julie, you want to come back? You're a rapist. No, I don't. Stop touching your Hitler mustache.
Not being subtle at all. Do you hypnotize your current girlfriend?
No, we don't.
Why? Just
because she doesn't want to be having that much power over her.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys could get into some situations that could be kind of fun.
Oh,
right?
It's funny, after the shows, people actually do like private shows all the time, and it's 99% of the time it's always some sex group, like swingers groups or whatever. They want you to come back to their place. "Hey, we got like 40 of our friends, and we wanted to." I said, "You guys are crazy enough. You don't need to be hypnotized, and that's what it's. They always some type of sexual.
They want an excuse for sucking the dick.
We got a question
Some
coming
crazy
in.
party.
And then, are we going to hypnotize anyone around here? Do we have time?
Let's do Sam.
Let's say hi to Colin in Jersey. Colin.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Call.
All right, so I don't know if it was you or not, but I went to a show at the Stress Factory about a year ago.
Okay, that was me. I haven't worked the Stress Factory in a while.
Okay, so I was on stage, I was involved in the show, and the end of the bit was the end of the show, I had to do a strip tease kind of dance to bring in Sexy back. Every time that was on, that's what I was supposed to do.
All right.
So I was wearing a nice dress shirt, and I was aware of everything, and legit, when that song came on, I did start doing striptease. And like the end of the show, I ripped the entire shirt open, buttons went like fucking everywhere, like the whole nine.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have done that in any other setting, but I don't know if I was really hypnotized.
Okay, so here's what happens. He was really hypnotized.
Hey,
Really?
He was really hypnotized. He's acting out of he's highly suggestible, but he's remembering a lot of the stuff that he's doing, also remembering a lot of stuff that people on stage are doing as well. A lot of people think they're not hypnotized because they can kind of remember stuff, but it's like being in a dream. So he's acting out in the dream. So he really knocked out. And again, if you put him in front of 400 people and say, "Oh yeah, I want you to jump up and down, I want you to tear your shirt off and knock all the buttons off, ruin the shirt and do it," he's not going to do it. But on the suggestibility, he will do it. So yes, he was knocked out.
Wow, there you go, Colin.
Thanks, guys. Hey, any chance I get score a Splavo t-shirt? I got the Opie radio, "Where's Hurt If You're a Pussy" one.
Yeah, hold on a line. I'll send you.
That's why you called in. We thought you were enjoying the show. It's some free shit. Fucking creep.
Hold on the line.
Hi, Keith.
Keith Robinson, what's up, buddy?
Hey, and I don't believe in hypnosis.
That's why you're doing
Right
this?
away.
oh, perfect.
a good thumbs down for hypnosis.
You don't believe it? You don't believe in it at all?
Absolutely.
Oh, we gotta hypnotize Keith.
You can't.
Can you hypnotize someone who's not a nice person into being a nice person?
Can you hypnotize me till I don't buy prostitutes anymore?
Us. Can you hypnotize us?
The whole room.
You know, there are skeptics on the stage every night. About 80% of the people who come on stage don't believe it's going to be real. It's not going to work. So hey, let me try it. Let me see what happens.
Right.
And 80% of them don't even believe it, but they get knocked out, and it's
The brain is vulnerable.
No,
It's vulnerable, Keith.
If you can, why is it just on stage? I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. I just want
He's
to
a
be
hypnotist.
disagreeable.
By the way, this is Keith Robinson in a nutshell. Has no idea what's happening.
But he's against it.
Just likes to argue.
He likes a good
No,
argument.
but you should be able to walk. You don't need a stage to hypnotize. You should be able to walk down the street. And
He
go,
does that.
You don't.
Just smoky.
He does that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't need a stage.
He does
The
that.
stage is where you get paid, but you know you can do it. You know,
do it in a
one-on-one.
bar.
You can do it in a bar. You can
At
do
a
it anywhere.
bar?
He's a comedian.
Yeah, Rich Guzzi's a comic for a while.
He's a comic.
I know Keith from Keith from way back. Yeah, I know. A long time ago we worked together. I know.
Back during the Civil War, you old fuckers.
Yes. Not on the same show.
With
There's a lot of people that don't believe in it, but,
yeah, but
Rich is telling
80% of people don't believe it.
Am I the only one here that doesn't believe in it?
I believe in
I
it.
think Jim doesn't believe
No,
in it.
I'm skeptical about it, but the reality is, like, I know that enough people go to it and have the experience where it's not all of those people collectively bullshitting. Like, I've tried to be hypnotized, but I'm fidgety and I'm twitchy. It's really hard for me to go under.
And you wear no pants?
Yeah, I wear no pants. Yeah. Plus, I'm a skeptic. So, but I think that there are people that could do. I'm probably that last 10%.
Well,
it's probably tougher for you. It's hard if you fidget around a lot, and it's hard for you to concentrate on like a focused object or whatever. But it's as long as your brain works, which obviously, I mean, listen, you're a smart guy, and it's easy for you to to do stuff. The brain is a piece of machinery, and it all works the same. So
they all don't work the same.
No,
you can trick it, you can fool it.
Well, not even that. It's like a car, like internal combustion engine. They all work the same way. A brain works the same way. Now, some are better than others. All right.
Thank you.
But if the brain is functioning properly, you can get a technique used to make the person go into hypnosis. I mean, everybody can do it. It all depends. Some people are tougher than others.
Do that, son of a bitch, please, Rich.
I'm going to tell you something, man.
Can you make Keith think he's white?
I thought I was white 98 to 2002. It's already been done.
We got a question coming in from Vito. Vito, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, fellas? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Vito.
So here's the question. You were speaking of statistics where you're saying 20% of your audience, they're highly likely candidates.
Yes.
So if there's really belief in this whole statistical, factual hypnosis, how come you don't see it in the court of law that, this person meets the criteria, and hey, let me hypnotize OJ, and yeah, I did do the murder.
Yeah, they don't allow it, is what you're saying,
they don't.
right?
They
Well,
don't.
is that the case, you son of a bitch? OJ's innocent.
You can't use it.
Are we still on OJ?
You're crazy.
Terrible example.
I know. But yeah, you
still
can't
holding
use
on
it
to
as a
that one?
defense.
He's in jail. Ain't you happy for that? Who cares for what for?
Well, you can't use a lie detector test either.
Yeah.
It's not 100%.
It's not. Yeah.
Right.
Well, they do lie detector all the time.
Yes,
though.
but he's not admissible. But they use it to kind of figure out whether or not you did
wouldn't they
it.
use hypnosis in some way too? And when with the lie detector, add it with the hypnosis, and then it adds up.
A combination of things.
Yeah, a whole combo. Give them the combo.
Right. Give them
The
a combo
pack.
platter. why don't they use it in court?
Because you're not conscious, right? You're not supposed to be conscious.
But believe it or not, even though the government uses it big time,
I believe
all right,
that.
and advertisers hit us with it big time.
Not my black president.
Yeah, they don't use it as they don't really recognize it as something that they it's really not a viable thing in a court of law. It's never been used.
I'll bet you that they've actually consulted guys like that, though, for when they talk to a jury. There's a whole art to talking to a jury, and it wouldn't
absolutely.
surprise me if they've used that to very subtly just be suggestive, if not make them do anything.
Oh, there's no question. I call that a triple. So what you do is you can steer the person in the direction you want to steer them in just by using 3 sentences in a row. In other words,
he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
well, it's not even that. It's like when you're scanning a page, when you're reading a page real quick, your brain is scanning over it, you know, and you pick up what you want to pick up. So what you'll do is, all right, there's millions of questions, but there's really only 2 answers. You want somebody to do something, you want somebody not to do something. So there's only 2 directions, yes or no. So the first sentence will be the direction that you want to take the person in. Then what you do is you match up the last words of the second sentence with the first words of the third sentence, and it'll say, yes, do this, or no, do that. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
So,
What are my orders?
Sherrod's under.
That's all it took.
Yes.
Right. So in other words, you would send them in the direction you want to take them in, like, oh man, it's a beautiful day outside, right? And then that's the direction you want to take them in. Yes. Then you want to match up some of the last words of the second sentence with the first words of the third sentence, and then your subconscious mind will pick up, yes, buy these shoes.
Look, my dad used to do hypnosis. But he called, like, he'd take a 20 and a $1 bill into a store.
Right.
And then he'd call it putting the guy
misdirection.
They call what they call putting the guy to sleep.
Right.
So they put stuff in front of him, and before you know it, my dad with that 20 to 1 came out with like $160.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from messing with the guy's head before the guy. But I don't think he was like so far under that.
No, he's not.
He just took his mind and took it in.
Wait, how does this work?
I would go. No, my dad.
I'll explain what happened. His dad was robbing liquor stores, and he told Keith, "I fooled the guy."
You use your magic, daddy?
My dad is magic.
He's the magic man.
Yeah, we're gonna drive away fast to the magic shop, so we gotta get out of here.
Gee Willikers, Pop, you sure are good.
But he would actually come out with $160.
My dad would come out $160 from putting the guy to give him the 20, give me that, give me this, da 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 da.
Yeah, you could do that, no problem.
Yeah,
with change, there is a trick to doing that.
But he was a con man. That's what they call them. So, are you a con man? Yes or no?
Well, here's the thing. All right, a con man uses these exact techniques to get what he wants to get done.
Right.
And it's not like it's, there's some unscrupulous people doing some unscrupulous things using a lot of these techniques.
I believe that.
All right.
We do it, for the comedy thing, and we make people laugh, and then we help people after the show. Like, we get people to quit smoking, lose weight, reduce the stress in their life, cure fears and phobias, and that's where the real power comes in.
Well,
You're supposed to do good stuff with
a whole bunch of people on the line saying, it works. I quit smoking, all that crap is coming out. So
I've heard enough people say it works. Where I don't think it's hard for me, but I do believe that the comedy clubs wouldn't do as well with it if it just consistently didn't work, and you would have enough assholes trying to wreck it,
right?
Where it would get derailed too easily.
It's
if
not
it
like
didn't
being
work.
a psychic. It's not psychic shit.
Right.
That's the power of suggestion. That if I want to believe in something enough, I could actually stop just from that. And with you saying, what do you say? How do you hypnotize? I keep thinking some magic
Keith,
words.
you've been under for the last 10 minutes.
Absolutely. You're actually in your car right now. Right.
you were listening, right?
Yes.
He got you here on time. He hypnotized you in the car.
I was driving like this. Why am I on time?
I can actually show you something really cool, really quick, if you want to see how it works.
Yes.
All right.
Well, can we take? We got to take.
I want to show you something.
Hold on, Rich. We got to take a break.
All
right.
We're so late. We got to take a break, and then we'll have time. All right.
All right.
And also, we got a guy.
He's making me nervous.
Oh, I want him to do something to Keith.
We'll do something to Keith. Who else?
Whoever wants it.
Well,
Get Sam in here.
We got Sam. Maybe
Get Sam to cut his hair.
You'd be good too.
No, nigga. I got too many dark memories. It might trigger something.
15 minutes of hypnosis equals 2 hours of sleep. So you feel like you just been massaged for like hours.
I'm going to have fucking hypnosis apnea. Be under.
I actually brought you a program. I brought you some sleep programs that make you sleep like a rock and make you feel really awesome. Yeah, I brought a whole bunch of programs.
Why don't you get Jim a chin program?
We haven't hurt a guy's feelings. We're all having fun.
It's going to be one of those days.
Rich,
Rich Guzzi.
Where are you going to be performing? I see you with Dave Vernally, who's a buddy of mine for many years, comedy club owner.
One of the original places where I worked even as a comedian. I'll be at Stitch's Comedy Club this weekend. I'll be in Baltimore at the Comedy Factory on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Right? Next
That's
week,
in the harbor, right?
Yeah, the place is awesome. And next week I'll be in Charlotte. And then on the weekend.
Do you have a website? Because no one will remember all that.
ChangeTheSubject.com.
Go to ChangeTheSubject.com for all of Rich's dates.
But Stitches this weekend.
Stitches this weekend, yes.
How about you, Keith?
What? Oh, I'm just here, man. I'm here. I'm hanging out, doing what I do. That means I got nothing. I'm sorry.
You gotta be doing something.
I got a bunch of dates on JimNorton.com. I have, let's just say, coming up Denver, coming up this Friday, I'm in with Artie Lang and Bobby Kelly in St. Petersburg, Florida. Denver coming up, Rochester coming up, Borgata coming up, and Michigan to be announced. I have Detroit and
Just
Minnesota.
go to Jim's website,
Go to
please.
Jim's website.
JimNorton.com.
And it's a killer show, man. I saw your show. It's unbelievable, man.
Thank you. It's
Holy
different material
mackerel.
now.
And
it's really good.
Rich Guzzi's going to do a little something with Keith Robinson and some other people after the break. Sherrod Small is here as well. He's hosting
Red Eye
Eye
tomorrow.
We want a lot of eyes on that one tomorrow, so help out Sherrod Small.
We're back. With Opie and Jim.
With Opie and Jim and Sherrod Small and Keith Robinson and hypnotist comic Rich Guzzi. And he tried to do something with Keith during the break.
Oh, he's not having any part of that.
He couldn't break through that black wall, man. Start thinking about Ferguson.
Yes. As soon as he looked into the light, he's like, I ain't looking to that light.
Keith is not comfortable around white people enough to go under anything.
But I respect Keith. He gave it a try. He's like, all right, I know this ain't going to work, but I'm going to give it a try. And you did focus. I was watching you. You were trying to focus in, but it wasn't happening.
He's not going to
It's also a very tough place to do it in a radio studio. And
Oh, will you shut up,
You're
Jim?
right.
It just bugged me for whatever reason.
You're not wrong. It bugged me too, and I said it.
Everyone needs to protect themselves in here. It's going to be one of those days.
No, I deserve that.
Especially when Keith's around. We got Dennis Falcone.
Yeah, we're going to be poisoned today. Did your wife actually send these delicious treats?
Yeah, I made them. We made them last night.
We made them?
My wife and I made them.
Thank you, Denny.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's in it? You're trying to poison us?
They're Ghirardelli chocolate. One is.
Were we too harsh on you yesterday? Someone might have told me I was a little too harsh.
I wasn't harsh on Denny yesterday. I was delightful.
And one is caramel with nuts. I just want to make them for you guys because I just want to thank you for giving me the airtime and appreciate it.
Yeah, but that's the problem. We want to give you some real airtime today, and you're saying no. I'm hearing.
I really, I got a meeting at 9 o'clock. I can't.
It'll make you feel refreshed.
No, I'm very refreshed.
It's 8:25. You get 35 minutes.
I really prefer.
Give him the 9 o'clock
I respect what he does.
hypnosis.
I prefer not.
Why?
Don't you have a speedy hypnosis?
How about Adrian? I think he'd be good for it.
No, we want you.
I know you want me, of course.
He'll do something quick, like a quick something.
Yeah, he's got 15 minutes
You
or
come
less.
in here every day for nonsense,
Well,
and it's a real
okay.
thing. Finally,
I'm not taking myself off, and I'm not my pants off, and I'm not playing with myself.
Okay.
Because you guys would go there.
No, we're not going to play with yourself.
what if we promise that we don't go there?
We
You
won't
can't-
have you do anything sexual.
I just want to see somebody.
Yeah, we just want to see his skills,
Yes.
and we think you'd be a good one.
Like all of a sudden, Denny wakes up, his brownies are on the window. I called her a what? Yes, you did, Denny. Yes, you did.
All right, are those the rules?
Yeah, nothing. We promise no
Yeah.
pants down,
All right.
nothing sexual.
Yeah.
And
Can we,
I won't.
can we
won't do
make
it.
you into like a shock jock or something? Or
I really don't work.
I don't think that would work.
all right, that won't work.
I don't wanna curse.
Rich, you want to just fool around with him a little bit?
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Come on over. Come on over.
Now, where should you guys go? Should you be on the couch where it's more comfortable, behind the sign?
No, actually, uncomfortable is better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little too comfortable is no good.
Do you need an extra? Sam, can we get him an extra microphone too? Just so we
Yeah,
can.
he can sit here.
No, you stay.
Wait, I mean, do you want that part of it going out on the air? I mean, are you going to hypnotize people in the car?
Yeah, it could knock people out in the car too.
Please do it then. That's even better.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not really supposed to do the full induction on the air, but you really can't hear it all that much.
No, yeah, just do your thing and we'll babble.
Okay, so maybe
we'll
turn the
babble
mic
over
back
here.
off back there.
Yeah, we'll turn the mics off back there.
Should
We got
we
Rich.
let him sit there?
Rich
There's more room
Guzzi.
back there.
Ah, this is going to be
Gonna
great.
hypnotize. Hopefully,
there you go.
oh wait, we got a couple other guys.
Guzzi.
That's probably making it harder.
Guzzi, you want some other guys just in case? Because we got Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Our intern, our black intern.
Finally.
Well, yeah, I could do them all at the same
Stop
time if you
bragging,
want.
Jimmy.
Yeah, just in case. So you got somebody.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, do them all at the same time.
All right, bring Lewis in as well.
Rich is very confident. I kind of like that.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
good. This is good.
How bad do you want one of those treats? I really want one.
It smells great.
Grab them. That's
No.
why they're here. They
Buddy.
look good. Keith,
I
you
won't.
want one?
Smells so
They look
good.
delicious, man.
Black intern.
And we got
Black
some.
man.
We got some mini
Hi, Lewis.
cupcakes too from
man, what's up, man?
mini
All right.
cupcakes.
What do you
too.
think about him, Keith? You like the black dude?
How they treating you here, man?
They treat you right?
You sure?
Okay.
Look,
We do it.
give me a signal.
Now, is there anything you want me to put in there for you? Like, because you can put some good stuff in there too. You want to, quit smoking, want to lose weight, want to reduce the stress in your life, sleep better. I can do whatever you want.
Throw all that in there.
You can change your color.
That'd be
Yeah,
fantastic.
we make you lose some weight if you want. That's easy. Yeah, piece of cake. I'll throw it in for you. You'll be svelte in a couple of months.
That'd be fantastic. Right before summer? Huh? Right before summer?
Right before the summer.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a brownie first.
That's gonna be good.
Why is Rich saying no problem when he could use it to lose a couple?
Yeah, that is a good point.
You can't hypnotize yourself, though, okay?
You should look in the mirror.
Rich, you sound like Marty Rubber.
What's he talking about?
He's trying to do it to himself in the mirror, but it works in reverse in the mirror. He ate. He just ate.
Telling Lewis he'll be thin by summer.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, man.
So he's doing his thing back there, so we'll just let him do his thing and just see if it happens or if it doesn't happen.
Quickly, Roland just gave me the Blu-ray for Top 5, a movie I believe everyone in this room was in.
That is
right?
correct.
Chris Rock's film.
I was in there for a second.
I had a half a second blurred.
They cut me out.
Do they?
The whole thing.
I made sure of it.
I really liked the movie, though.
Sure, I was behind it.
Now available on
great
Blu-ray.
movie.
That's
There
why
were
they
some
dropped on.
really funny lines in that movie,
really
man.
good movie.
Absolutely.
That made me laugh. That fucking scene.
Absolutely.
Cedric, I thought, was
Amazing.
fucking masterfully
stole the
funny.
movie.
Yeah, he did. He was great.
We also have Kevin Hart coming in a little while.
9:30.
Kev.
And Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
Yes, Bobby.
So it's a very busy show today.
Yeah, Bobby, I've never had in. I mean, I know him from from the Comedy Cellar. I think he used to. I don't know. Through Colin, I think I met Bobby.
Just for the motherfucker with
Motherfucker with the hat, he was awesome in.
Awesome.
Yes. He's
That convinced me that Chris was a good actor because he held his own with Bobby on stage. It was like
Bobby helped him a lot. Just playing off of Bobby made Chrissy, I think, better.
But the fact that he could stand on a Broadway stage where you can't hide,
Right.
It's literally, it's just you and the audience.
He hangs out at the Cellar a lot, too, right, Bobby? Back in the day, he used to.
Yeah.
Last time I saw him there, he walked in with this weird hairdo, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm shooting Boardwalk Empire." He came in with the Jip
yeah.
Rossetti hairdo.
Kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That bastard is great. You guys don't watch that?
Great.
You do. Watch
Of course.
He
Is
won.
this the last season? Just
It's done.
Yeah, done. Yeah.
He's the only guy to win an Emmy from that show. Was Cannavale as a.
Oh, really?
guest
He won an
performer.
Emmy for that?
Won an
That's
Emmy for
amazing.
it.
I think I got an Emmy coming
I think you do too.
for my appearance on the Cop Show. On Cop Show. I think I'm going to get an Emmy for
I think
that.
you are
that's
too.
Colin's show?
Yeah, they're looking at me.
Yeah.
Oh, you are, Keith, I forgot. You're doing great on Cop
I gotta
Show.
see that show.
I'm on the Cop Show, man.
I heard great
and
things.
I think I'm going to get an Emmy.
I hope so.
Word is that they're talking.
What's the word in the barbershop?
My
They like
Word,
it?
the barbershop is talking.
Okay.
My
Emmy.
favorite moment with Cop Show was between you and me. I had one episode too, and Keith and I had a couple of very fun moments together.
Yeah, we were good together.
It's a great show. I like it a lot.
No,
man.
it's got
Keith,
some
you're doing
things
great
on
on it.
Did you see the
For
last
real.
episode? And this was so brilliant. Colin has Nick DiPaolo playing a cop, and they're doing all this awful cop dialogue. And then they have the real cop consult, and they're going to have real cop dialogue. So then they're just talking about fucking the Mets standing over a dead body. Like the cops talk about everything but
Right.
the fucking crime. And then the director's like, "What are you doing?" And the cop's like, "Well, it's organic. It's like a 5-page conversation about the Mets." But it's like, that's what real cops do. They're not talking about the body and saying body things. They're just talking about everything but who's a prick at the station house.
Yes.
Just trying to not.
That's the real life of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Lewis is out.
Well,
He got Lewis.
we'll see. It's
Keith,
not
don't do
easy.
that. Let the
looks
black
like-
man be under.
I tried years ago, and it was different. I tried in therapy. You want one, don't you?
They smell great.
Grab the cupcakes and the little fucking...
I can't have any.
No.
I kind of want to have one, but I'm not going to.
Can't have one in front of Jimmy.
Why? I wouldn't mock you.
You
Why?
judge with your eyes.
No, I don't.
I
I
think
judge with my stomach, too. I'm
I'm going to
famished.
slam that brownie right in my fat face.
Go ahead.
And enjoy it.
You should. You're in terrific shape. You look good. You're taking your boxing.
Yeah, I take my... Oh, man.
We had
Still running
Holyfield
around.
in here.
I almost got... You had Holyfield?
Yeah, he was great.
Well, I was on with Mike Tyson on the nightly show.
I heard you was fanboying it out with him, too. That's what
no,
I heard.
what you heard is that the
was
MMA
there
people
last
got
night.
pissed at me. They were sending me threatening
Why?
messages.
What happened?
Because I said MMA is corny.
Corny?
That's hilarious.
Why do you think that?
I said that they just
He's
you know
old.
they fight
is old.
for a second and then they're on each other's face. Balls
And what
in
do you
their
think about
face.
this hip hop music?
Well, this hip hop has to go. It'll never make it.
Yeah, and even Mike Tyson he's a big MMA fan.
But that's when Mike disagreed with me. I'm like, oh damn. I thought Mike was going to go, yeah, boxing is the best.
No.
And that was it.
Tyson is, him and Dana are very good friends, and I see him at the fights whenever I've gone.
Yeah, he
Tyson's
loves it.
always there. He loved all the fighters do. Hopkins was at one fight.
He's the beast.
But he had talked about it like, there's two guys being on each other. It looks kind of gay. And I sat behind him and his trainer at a fight, and it's when the guys go down on the ground. That's when the fighters are like, "Oh God!"
Right.
That's not their world.
Well, that's that's their nightmare.
Yeah,
they wouldn't know how to handle themselves on the ground.
That's like a street fight. I don't like that.
It is street. But do you see the James Toney fight? James Toney against Randy Couture, and Toney was a year younger, and it was embarrassing because Toney had been one of the guys talking a lot of shit, and it was like a really weird stunt fight that Dana wasn't sure if he should do, but he said just to do it because boxing and MMA, everyone talks about it.
Right.
This is what happened.
Everybody knows you wrestle with a guy, you're gonna have the advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what everybody knows. But I'll punish any MMA fighter that even steps up to the plate.
I would fund that.
I'm gonna put the call out.
I would fund that.
I would fund that.
You.
I would gladly
I'm
fund
calling
that.
Mayhem right now to choke out Keith.
Look, if I see a guy walking towards you with bare feet anywhere, you're out of there. I'm out of there.
You think Pacquiao's got a chance, Keith? You really know this boxing game.
Mayweather.
Everyone's picking Mayweather.
Mayweather's bigger, and Mayweather's just good. He was born to box.
He was born to box.
This dude is just
and everybody
unbelievable.
Mayweather fights in the ring, he sees his father.
Yeah,
and he's trying to knock his fucking block off.
Yeah, eventually Dad shows up.
Oh, he got his father beating up his mother hate, and he puts that on his opponent.
Did the father beat up the mother?
Yeah.
Oh, one of those.
They win a couple
situations.
rounds, but yeah. So he saw that. So that's what he put in his head, and his father not believing in him, and his father being a boxer, and then being in Pacquiao's camp.
His father's in Pacquiao's camp?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that. Okay. I kind of want to see Pacquiao
It's
beat him.
personal.
You want Pacquiao?
Because I know Pacquiao comes from nothing. Like, he was so fucking dirt poor.
Yeah.
And Mayweather's a great fighter, but I just...
If Pacquiao win, we'll get another fight.
That's
if
right.
Mayweather win,
I don't want
it's
him to
over.
win.
No, I know. But it's an what is he, 47-0?
Wait, you think Pacquiao's got to win for the rematch?
He has to win for
because
a rematch.
Mayweather goes 50-0.
No, he's not 49-0. I think
He lost one, I think.
No, he didn't. Mayweather never lost.
No, Mayweather's
Was he disqualified?
No, he's undefeated.
He's undefeated though.
You talking about in court?
No, dude, Mayweather is undefeated, and that was his thing. Is he wants to retire undefeated.
Wait, what's his record though?
It's either 47 or 48-0.
I thought it was 49.
No, that was Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes, who was 49-0 twice.
Mayweather record.
Marciano's 50-0 for the heavyweight. But then again, Julio Cesar Chavez won a lot more than that in a row, I think.
Chavez was up.
Scott beat Chavez, didn't he?
His son or
Aaron Pryor. Didn't Aaron Pryor punish him?
Eventually.
How old was he though in that fight?
Aaron Pryor was whatever. He was choked up.
Oh,
So
was
he
he?
wasn't stopping Aaron Pryor.
Right. 47-0, Jim. You're right.
47.
47-0. So I don't know if he'll get 3 more fights. But what was in Julio Cesar Chavez? I don't know boxing that well, but I think that he had won even more, but he wasn't a heavyweight.
What's the white guy that was undefeated? That
Rocky
Larry
Marciano.
Holmes. Yeah, you knew that right
The white
away.
guy that was 50-0. Yeah, Rocky.
50-0.
Why wouldn't you know
He
Rocky's
didn't even
name?
have weights. He had weights in his gloves when he.
Did he really?
Because I make
I think it was
myself
something.
forget it.
I think it was rumors of it. I don't know if it was proven. Maybe it was just black people saying that. What they keep just saying.
Yeah.
Got a very good
Rocky
answer.
said he has fucking weights in his. Well, Ali said the hardest he ever got hit was by Cooper, the British fighter, white British
Oh, he
fighter.
got him. He rocked him.
He said that's the hardest punch he's ever taken was by
Not a Foreman
Henry
punch?
Cooper.
Did it break his
I
jaw?
think it would have been
What was the
Foreman.
one that broke
Norton
his
broke
jaw?
his jaw. Norton broke his jaw.
Norton broke his
Norton
jaw.
hit
but
hard.
Henry Cooper, he was always out. Ali was on the ground.
Henry Cooper knocked him down.
And that pissed me off for years.
Yeah.
I want to see some footage of that.
Yeah. There's footage of it. I mean,
I don't want to.
It made you sad? See your hero?
Henry Cooper.
were you sad when Ali lost to Frazier?
Yes.
You're a Philly. He's a
And
Philly
I'm
guy.
a Philly dude,
Yeah.
but I couldn't stand Frazier back
Yeah.
then.
No kidding.
Ali was the dude for me. I loved
Yeah.
Ali.
How come there was no support for Frazier?
Because everybody called Frazier
A sellout.
A sellout.
Even
Why?
though it wasn't fair.
It wasn't fair.
Because
but-
Ali was the first one to do
But
it.
in Philly, Frazier was for Rizzo, Frank Rizzo, and all the black folks couldn't stand Frank Rizzo.
Because first of all,
He
Frazier
the
was managed by like a team, like a 4 or 5 like business people out of Philly or whatever, or Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Ali more so represented the black dude. And
But even though Frazier's story
Right,
was
we were
blacker
wrong.
and poorer than Ali's,
right, no, I'm saying
Yes.
I'm going to say we
we were wrong. We were wrong for it.
But that's what I felt even as a
They
kid.
made you
gotta be
believe.
For, yeah,
They
you
made you
got to be
believe.
for
But boxing,
Ali.
that's what boxing does. It says
Right.
this is for this and this is for that, and you got to pick a side.
And all the
Frazier was
white
the-
folks wanted Frazier to
Frazier,
knock
yeah.
Allie's
Right.
chin loose.
Frazier
And
was
he
the
did.
blue collar guy.
He was blue collar.
To twist that shit is
poor.
amazing.
Yes.
They
Grew up
called
so
him.
poor.
They called him an Uncle Tom.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Ali called him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
also, I know,
Ali felt bad for that
He
years
did.
later because
Ali
Frazier
gave him
helped
money.
Ali out.
Let me interrupt because I think we're ready with Rich here. I don't want to miss this.
That's a funky ass steak. Man, dude, what's going on? What's the problem there? What's the problem? What's going on?
It smells.
Oh man, it's getting worse. Yeah, he's farting right on you. Oh God. What's the problem here? What's going on?
It's working.
Dude, you all right? You all right?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Yeah, it's your breath, man.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. You know what? Here. Yeah. Stare in the light. Stare in the light. Stare in the light. Give me that in. Release it. 3, 2, 1. Just deep asleep. Deep asleep. Wow. Deep you go to Betty Field, thousands of times deeper. The deep you go to Betty Field, thousands of times deeper. I'm going to count forward 1 to 3. When I count to 3, you're going to open your eyes. You're going to stay in hypnosis. You actually go way, way deep into hypnosis with your eyes open. If you understand that, you hit yes. You're going to go way, way deeper. When you open your eyes, you're going to realize that anytime you take a sip out of any liquid, it's the most powerful alcohol you've ever had in your entire life. You're going to be getting so drunk, you're going to be getting bombed. In fact, you're going to be so drunk, you'll be staggering. In fact, you won't even be able to talk straight because you're getting so wrecked right now. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Yeah, I got this special drink for you. Be careful. That's powerful. There we go. Ooh, you're getting oh man, that's some strong ass stuff. Ooh, yeah. When you see if you can stand up, You're on wobbly legs. Keep, man. Good. Drink up.
I'm always on wobbly legs.
You're getting so hammered right now. Ooh, man. How you feeling?
Hey, baby, want to dance?
You're drinking, get really wasted. You're getting really wasted. You're getting so wrecked. There you go. Keep drinking.
Holy shit. Dennis is getting fucked up. Dennis Falcone getting fucked up on the radio.
Feeling good.
Yeah, you feel good?
Feeling good, oh yeah.
You're getting twice as hammered right now.
All right. This is good. This is good. Getting drunk before 9 o'clock.
He's drinking
Feel
water.
good? Feel good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Can I sit down?
Yeah, but here, listen up so you don't hurt yourself. There we go. There we go. Grab a seat. There we go. Eyes stare in the light. Eyes becoming heavier and heavier, drifting away. Heavier and heavier. 3, 2, 1. Deep asleep. The deeper you go to Betty Field, thousands of times deeper. And deeper. And deeper. I'm going to count forward 1 to 3. When I count to 3, you're going to open your eyes. You're going to realize that Keith just farted right on you, and it's the most nasty smell you've ever smelled in your entire life. In fact, you are so disgusted by him, you're going to tell him exactly how you feel about him farting right at you. You are just really disgusted by this guy. It's really driving you nuts. But it smells so horrible, it's going right in your nose, real strong. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Whoa.
What the hell did you eat, brother? It smells horrible.
Oh, shit.
Man. Yeah. Gotta get some Lysol in here.
Man, it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Gotta get something to drink. I'm about ready to throw up.
Yeah, man.
That's better.
There you go. How does it feel? How you feel?
A lot better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The smell just got twice as bad.
I got a little bit of a cold, so it's not coming through that bad. It's okay.
Sure?
Yeah.
There we go. What do you think of?
He's a nice guy, but he smells.
I got my best cologne on.
Okay. I feel a lot better now.
You feel better now?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right, grab the seat. Grab the seat. There we go. Stare in the light. Eyes becoming heavier. Heavier. Drifting away. 3, 2, 1. Deep asleep. Deep you go to Betty Field. All right, where you want to go? Deep asleep. And deep asleep.
I hope.
All right, I'm going to count forward 1 to 3. When I count 3, you're going to open your eyes. You're going to realize that, you know what? The guys on the show just really agitated you, and you're going to tell them exactly how you feel now. Because you know what? This is your time to explain exactly how you feel. You deserve some respect. And the more they laugh at you, the more agitated you're going to get. You're going to get really, really pissed. And you're going to actually, you know what? When they talk back to you, you're going to tell them off. You're going to tell them off and tell them exactly how you feel because you are pissed now. You are pissed. They cannot treat you like this. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
I just want to thank you guys for the airtime. It's really nice being a part of the show, and it's nice coming in here all the time working with you guys. Brought you some brownies I want you to enjoy. Want to thank you very much for whenever you have a guest in here, I'm able to take a picture with them. And please make sure you give some of those brownies to Kevin Hart. I think he'll enjoy them as well.
He can't even do good radio under hypnosis.
And as long as you don't make fun of me, I feel good. But I'm just happy to be a part of it.
You know what? You can't talk. It puts me under hypnosis.
You can't hypnotize talent into him.
I know. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Did he get Lewis at all? Or no?
He's marginally there.
Marginally there.
Marginally.
Yeah, he thought you had bad breath though.
He does.
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a few, man.
Wait, maybe.
Wait,
that's not part of the hypnosis.
Wait a minute. That's why I was going in and out.
Wait, they were both talking about your bad breath, and I just assumed it was because you got him under hypnosis.
I didn't know if you did the bad breath for the fart thing or something.
Oh no!
You know, when you do morning radio like us, you have to, you get that coffee breath.
I thought it was part of the hypnosis.
He's got better.
Yeah, you got better.
And then Rich doesn't know if it was a real thing, if you had bad breath or not. This turned out weird.
Could you,
very strange.
Hold on, Denny. We'd like you to take this. I'm handing Denny a pistol. We need you to walk down the hall and really make that meeting interesting.
Okay.
Oh shit! Now, did you feel drunk when you was drinking?
A little woozy, but not drunk.
But it was water you was drinking.
Yeah, I know.
And it made you woozy.
Yeah.
So you were bullshit.
So he was in it. He was in it. He was in it.
I was relaxed. I was relaxed.
He was in it.
I wasn't as deep as you're supposed to be, but I was relaxed.
Black man, you fell out. Did you really fall out?
Me?
Come on, your blackness.
Black intern.
No, I didn't fall out. I was really trying to get into it so that I could fall out, but I didn't.
It didn't work?
No.
So he really has bad breath then?
It's pretty bad. He probably just had
He said it's bad but encouraging. Like, that's pretty bad. But you know what? It's always tomorrow.
But there's a chance still. They're not going to have to pull any teeth or anything. You have a shot. You have a shot.
But it was a deep state of relaxation, though.
Yeah,
Pretty relaxed.
All right.
I'm
gonna have to get my vote in. It was pretty bad.
Everybody getting it up now.
Would you have gone out? Would you have gone out, or were you resisting it? Like honestly, could you be put under?
No, man. It's what I am. It's who I am.
But you were fighting it. You'd fight it.
No, I didn't fight anything. It just don't work on me. You know,
I think
it's just what it is.
He can't relax around white people. That's all
exactly
that is.
what it is. He can't relax around whiting.
I'm telling you.
Well, who can?
We do have a reputation.
Good point.
Lewis raised his hand. You can relax around white people.
I grew up around a lot of white
Yeah,
people.
they're your boss. They're your boss. You got to say that, you son of a bitch.
He was definitely there. I mean, with a little bit of massaging, and he would have got there all the way. So,
Right.
But we don't. There's only so much time we have.
And we
do
put
what
you
we
on
got
the
to do.
spot too, which is a little rough. You need a lot more time to really get into it.
I think
a lot of times it happened. I mean, like this guy went out fairly quickly,
Right.
But then then when he really gets down to brass tacks, personality-wise, I mean, there's only so far you can push what you got to push.
Right.
It was relaxing. It was definitely relaxing.
He's
I
basically
think
saying
you
you're a
feel
dud.
relaxed?
You're a dud in the personality
didn't work?
department. He's saying it. Yeah.
I think it worked, though.
Yeah,
You
this
drinking
just-
water and feeling drunk.
I would say it worked. I'm going to go.
Are you a
Not
cheap
on the
date?
black man. The black man, you know what?
He's resistant.
His mind is too strong. Brother, your mind is too strong for the trickery of the white man.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Take your time.
Yeah, I would say they were definitely out, but in terms of how powerful you can get them to perform,
Right.
It wouldn't be show
Well, it's
quality.
also two people.
Right,
Denny didn't
I
really want to do it.
definitely
That's not Denny's vibe. And Lewis is kind of, if you had a larger subject group, you would have gotten somebody completely. I just, like you said,
Every
it's 10%.
time he said go down, he went down and was in it.
Oh, it's very
I would
relaxing.
say it was very relaxing.
Yeah.
But did the breath have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
With not fully going under? Guzzi just had some Altoids. I think you should try it again.
Yeah, because when you have people who you work with who have bad breath and they come up to you, you always kind of back off. It's like,
right.
Can you make sure you take care of this? I just keep backing away. Yeah, it's done. Don't worry about it. But when you're that close to
Fascinating,
somebody,
Dennis.
So that's something for you to remember. Like, I got to have fresh breath
Then again,
if I'm going to take somebody under.
Then again, have you ever tried to hypnotize anybody at 7 in the morning? That's probably you're early in the morning. It's like that's the wrong time to put your face close to somebody else's.
Well, interestingly enough, I'm doing a show one time in Battle Creek, Michigan. And I'll preface the story by saying that I had Mexican food for lunch that day. So the forces of evil are working against me. And I'm doing the show where, and the part where the person next to you smells really nasty. All right? So meanwhile, I'm fumigating the area. I mean, I'm cracking rats like big time. And I'm stinking up the stage now at this point. There's a guy in the front row waving a menu. Like in front of his face, back and forth. He's like, I said, "What's the problem, bro?" He goes, "Man, it smells like shit." I go, "Sleep." Boom. And knocked this guy out instantaneously. So he smelled like this fart, and he got knocked out because he thought he was really smelling it, and that was part of the show.
Oh, wow.
And the guy got knocked out instantaneously.
Is that what you tried to do with them? It's like, hey, keep farting. It's not my breath.
I was trying to get him to come after you and start being outrageous, but we couldn't get him to be outrageous enough. And it just,
the breath was a killer. I kept trying to back off. So I mean, when you got the breath,
that could hurt you.
Oh, it does hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't eat this morning. And I brushed my teeth really well, but I guess it didn't.
We believe all that.
You're dying, man. You're dying.
Yeah,
we understand that.
No, it was good. I thought he put him under though.
I think they were definitely out. There's no question they were out. It's just, but to get them to perform at a level where it's going to be like really crazy entertaining, that's not happening.
Look, it was shitty radio, but I think Dennis was out a little bit.
I think he was.
That's my 2 cents.
I don't think they were totally under, but watching them kind of move back and forth.
I mean, for radio quality, I think it sucks. But for being out,
it looked like he was out a little bit.
But you also have all you guys talking, so you do have that distraction that you do hear.
That's why we were talking about boxing. I was trying to keep it an even. It was hard to. You wanted to just keep an even murmur in the background and not be overpowering.
Oh, are you supposed to be completely silent?
Nah, that's
no,
too
not
awkward,
really. No, it's not really because I mean I do it in bars and stuff all the time.
Right.
And it is what it is. Like it's more about the subject than anything else.
Right.
If you get good ones, then they're going to be over the top and bang, you go off to the races.
Right.
But a lot of times you don't, and then that's what you're stuck with.
No, I hear what you're saying because when I work bars and do oldies trivia contests, we don't want people yelling out the answers, so I try to keep everybody quiet.
That's right.
Basically,
you
the
don't
same
want
thing,
the 4 people in the audience yelling out the answers.
Exactly.
He puts his audience to sleep, so you might want to go into this business, Dennis.
Yes. Just walk on and talk. I'm going to try to hypnotize. Wow, they're all out. It's a miracle.
He found his calling.
Yes, he has 100% success rate. He hypnotized them to just get up and walk out of the club 5 minutes into the show, demanding their money back. It's amazing.
He makes a lot of money doing this, Dennis. You should think about it.
Oh shit!
You should think about it. Well, I thought it was terrific, Rich.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
I've heard great things about your shows too.
It's interesting to hear the cadence. Like there's definitely a rhythm to it.
Yes, there is. It's almost like you make them make their brain go up and down. You make them cycles. Because right now your brain cycles at 15 cycles per second when we're talking. When you're sleeping, it's 10. REM is like 9. Hypnosis, you cycle down real low, so you can put a lot of information in pretty quickly.
How I got a real question. How do you get people to sleep better? Because we all fucking bitch about our sleeping.
Yes.
Well, what's one thing that people could do without getting your tapes? Certainly that would help. But what's one tip?
The tip is to try to get your brain to cycle as slow as possible. Because like I said before, sleeping is like 10 cycles per second. REM is like 9, what's that deep, hard-hitting sleep. Hypnosis is like 4 to 5. So your brain is cycling so slow, that's why it's equals so much more sleep. Because your brain is at a deep state of relaxation. So you can practice meditation.
I use meditation to fall asleep now.
Yeah, you practice meditation and
like right before you go to bed?
Yeah, because I know if I'm like trying to meditate for real that I'll stay awake, but if I'm laying down, I'll use meditation techniques, and the next thing you know, I'm out cold.
You're out, nice. and then you'll sleep a lot better too because you're going to get into like a deeper state. I tell people that when they meditate, what they should also do is write down some goals and read them right before you go to sleep. That way, that information kind of starts getting anchored in while you're sleeping, and your subconscious mind will actually go on working on that, and then you'll start actually producing the people and circumstances needed to actually create those goals.
I read before I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good because now you're going to basically be taking in that.
Exactly.
Actually, I'm so incredulous at that lie. I read before I go to sleep. No, you don't.
I did adjust it to back page.
It really, I would literally believe you more if you said I get out and fly like a bird before I go to sleep. It would be easier for me to swallow than you read before you go to sleep.
But it's a good thing if you read some good materials and stuff. Then yeah, you're gonna start picking up a lot of that that extra benefit from doing it. But yeah, meditation is the best way you can do it. Learn how to meditate. Pick up a guided meditation program where somebody's going to guide you through it. Basically, does the work for you. But I say writing down goals and stuff is actually the best way to do it, because then it's going to come to you.
I can't do it.
What?
Meditation, all that stuff. I've tried.
It's hard. I'm the same way.
It takes time.
It's really hard for me.
You got to stick with it.
It took me probably a year and a half before I got even decent enough where it would actually start to work a little bit. I mean, then some of these guys I see on my show, they get knocked out instantaneously and they're out like a light. And I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be like that.
My girlfriend, she'd fall right asleep. I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah, she can doze off on planes.
Yeah, and these guys, these hypnotic subjects. I mean, I snap my fingers and boom, they're gone. And I'm like, man, I wish if I could do that, man, you can conquer the world, because you can have so much power. Once you get to that level where you can be that deep, the power you have is unstoppable.
Right.
Yeah, I've tried meditating. There's always some kind of it's always in my pubic area. There's always an itch. But I have to comb these little eggs out of my.
Wow, he went there. Nice.
But that special comb, the college comb,
the little teeny thin comb.
Yes.
My fucking stupid straight Asian pubic hair. My pubic hair is horrible.
Why is it so thin?
I don't know. I just cut it off at this point.
But jerking off too. That'll get you to get sleeping.
It's going to have a release. So, it's going to release some type of stuff.
That'll relax you a little bit.
It makes you awfully drowsy, that chemical.
Sometimes jerking off just leads to more jerking off.
Yeah, it keeps me awake. I have to pee.
Really?
10 minutes after I blow a load, I have to pee.
Yeah.
It's the name of my new special. But I can't doze right out. I'll fall asleep and wake up in 10 minutes. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Should we break?
Yeah, we could do that.
There's no silver bullet though for sleeping.
No, there's really not, unless you take. But even fucking Ambien works once in a while, and then guys I know who take it say, no, then you got to take two, and then you got to take a third one, and it just stops working.
That's a vicious cycle. You don't want to get involved in that. Yeah, that's bad.
You ever take it?
No, I've never tried it.
I've taken it. I've taken it. And it worked great. And then the next time I took it, it was like, it's aight. But the first time I was not.
I think when you got it, we had so much stuff going through your head. You got stuff to do the next day. You gotta get up. So you always thinking what's going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
For the next day. So your thought process.
I'm scared of that stuff because you don't want to get like more. And we start taking more and more of it. Next thing you know, man, you're taking a ton of it.
Yeah. And next thing you know, you sucking dick for it.
Oh man.
Yes.
Suck your dick for some Ambien.
That's a bad road.
Reasons, or for other reasons.
That's a bad road.
She's a nice girl. You don't want to be rude.
All right, let's. Rich, this was a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure being here, man. You guys are awesome.
And what's the website? Because nobody will remember the dates because people are driving right now.
Right. Well, you can obviously Google Rich Guzzi. It gets you there as well. But changethesubject.com is really easy to remember. It gives you my whole tour date and also any of the programs that you want to get. You want to sleep better. You want to quit smoking, lose weight, and reduce the stress. Any of that stuff that's all on there as well.
Is there big money in that? Those tapes?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I'm not going to. It helps a lot of people. The emails we get from, especially the military guys, with the post-traumatic stress disorder.
Let's
and
help
stuff.
them out a little bit.
Oh man, I mean these emails you get, man. Sometimes I'm crying because they say I came to your show, and all of a sudden I got hypnotized, and all of a sudden I got my life back, and it's really amazing. And some of these guys, man, are not getting the stuff they really need to make their lives better.
Right.
And again, the government's not helping them with a lot of the stuff that can really make it easier for them.
Why don't you?
This is really cool because it's something that you can. 20 years of therapy can be taken care of almost like in 20 minutes if you can get a good enough subject, and boom, they snap out. You can put all the information in there where you could just maybe erase a lot of the stuff that happened or they saw. And just
that easy? Come on.
It really is.
That's a lot of power. If it's
that is, no kidding.
But why don't you join Michelle Obama's Fat Kid program and help some of those fat kids.
I would. You know, it's
and hypnotize the little fat
hypnosis is one of those one of those things where it's the same reason why I haven't become like famous doing it yet. People see the show and they say, "Man, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen." Man, how come you're not famous? I'm like, I've been down this road already. They say, you know what? Give me a call on Monday. Here's my card. It'd be some fat cat dude. All right. Next thing you know, I call him up on Monday. He's already talked to the powers that be, and they're like, "Oh man, hypnotizing guy. What are you gonna do with that?" Nah, forget it. You can't even get the guy on the phone anymore on Monday.
You got to hypnotize the right Jews, man.
So many times, because hypnosis is still like a dirty word. Because it's got this stigma attached to it. Where you saw what happened today. Like he don't want to do it. The other guy really don't want to do it. Nobody really wants to do it. They're like, they're scared of it. So there's still this fear factor involved in it, and it's been really hard. I've been trying for a long time. I try to get this on the map, and I'm a pretty tenacious character. I was always a good comic, but I'm really good at this, and it's helping a lot of people, and it's a great, amazing show, and I haven't been able to put it on the map in a way where people can embrace it, for the masses. It's a great show live,
right?
But it's a comedy show, though, right?
It's a comedy show,
right.
Yeah, but you can actually help people, and the night becomes an experience. To try to get it to the masses, where you're going to see a big television or movie producers are going to say, "Oh yeah, let's make something out of this." They really could. I think it would be one of the biggest things out there if we were able to get it out there. But so far, I haven't been able to crack that code yet.
I think people are scared of it. I think some other people are using it diabolically.
Yeah, who knows?
So they don't want it on. The government don't want you to see that they can control brains. And they doing it at bars.
I've been trying real hard to try to get it mainstream, and we haven't been able to get it mainstream yet.
Right.
And I keep on pushing and forging forward. But you know what? We help a lot of people. We make people's lives.
The Fat Kid campaign.
The Fat Kids.
I would hypnotize a couple of those fat kids, and you're in.
I would do it in a second. I did a campaign last year where I gave away 100,000 stop smoking programs to get 100,000 people to quit smoking.
Oh, nice.
Where I just gave the programs away.
Can you get people to stop smoking my pot? That's a real question.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. I get a lot of these. Listen, I want to stop smoking cigarettes. Is what I get a lot of that. I want to stop smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we're trying to put it on the map, and we do it, through the show. Because if I was to go around the country doing hypnosis seminars, they'd be throwing rocks at me. And they could care less. But you do the show. It's a comedy show. It's kind of non-threatening, and you're introducing a product to people that normally wouldn't be getting it.
Right.
So
Nice.
go to change of subject.
You change the subject.
ChangeTheSubject.com or just Google Rich Guzzi.
And Rich is going to be at Stitches this weekend.
Yeah, Stitches this
That's
weekend.
the next show.
Yep.
So.
And
Cool.
I got some programs for you guys too. I'm going to give you guys some stuff.
Thank you,
We'll see
Rich.
you
We'll
again,
have you
brother.
back. Absolutely. We got to take a quick break. We have Kevin Hart.
Yes.
I got a song. I
I hope it's Taps and it's for you.
You felt like you didn't do enough damage in here?
No. Off the hard drive of hits. How about this one? Fleetwood Mac, Hypnotize, right, as we go to break. Or I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins, guy who opened up once for the Rolling Stones.
Blame Rich for this. He hypnotized him. Now this motherfucker got suggestions.
I got to get in a hit before we split.
Or how about this? None of those songs. Just go to break.
More with Opie and Jim after this. This is Opie Radio, Sirius 206, XM 103. The show is back.
Back with Keith Robinson, Sherrod Small. We got Kevin Hart right next door. He's going to be in here in a few minutes.
That's right.
And then Bobby Cannavale a little later on this morning. So, what do you guys think of the hypnotist?
I like them.
It says I don't believe in hypnosis, so
Keith is against it all the way. He thinks it's some kind of evil.
It is.
It's against the church. His grandmama didn't like it. That's why Keith don't like it.
I just don't, man. I don't know.
The brain can be fooled, Keith.
Snapping his fingers at you and smacking you, snapping and looking at light. Come on. Look in the light, Eddie. Look at it. That just bugs me right there. It bugs me.
Because usually when you hear that, it's a cop's flashlight.
Look at the light.
Bring back bad memories.
License registration.
Now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Well, they didn't pull it off on the air. That's a little rough.
Yeah, but that's only two people he tried. So.
Falcone was a little out of it, I would say. But
I think those guys probably got a little bit relaxed. Maybe the breath bothered them, but maybe it was...
No. Let me say, it's not a maybe. The breath.
But I thought that was
It
part of the
bugged-
thing when he was putting him under, because all of a sudden I heard a bad smell, and then I saw Lewis look at me and go, "Yeah, it's really bad." So I'm like, "Cool, these guys are really out." But it turned out they were really reacting to his actual bad breath.
I think it was just that. What happened is
That worse than a hypnotist with halitosis.
And then you saw his insecurities. He's like, "Really? I got bad breath." He wasn't. He didn't.
I think it was more like that. You get that nervous talking breath sometimes. Like it literally is just.
How about he just had bad breath?
No, but I know I recognize bad breath. It was one of those things just from talking when your mouth is dry. It's just not good.
But
I know what you're saying.
But I saw you hand him a water earlier because you were thinking the same thing.
I could
was.
hear. I could hear.
We could hear that he had dry mouth to begin with.
When someone's talking on the air, you can hear it.
Which happens if you come in here for the first time. Sometimes you get a little nervous, and he had that little nervous, like dry.
No, I thought that was
dry thing happen.
He had the first day of summer camp breath. Like he figured out his parents wasn't staying the whole time. He got shook.
Usually, I'll leave people when people are dry mouth like that. I'll usually do. I never want to give them water because I enjoy that it's annoying the listeners.
Oh, you handed him the water.
But Rich is my buddy, so I'm like, and he is a funny dude. I'm like,
Rich is great, man. He is great.
So,
but some of these fucking guests come in, I just hear their lips smacking, and I know that it's like fucking a fruit roll up, their tongue being pulled off the roof of their mouth, and I'm like, good.
And then we know we have the upper hand, which is nice for us.
Yeah.
In the game, we're like, okay, we got the upper hand. This cat is nervous. This guy is
should be
nervous.
Well, you don't want a distraction. You don't want a distraction. Even you don't want something like even strong cologne because you just you don't want anybody thinking of focusing on something else.
Distraction. Yeah.
You know, it's like when you're on a date with somebody.
Exactly.
And they're kissing you. They're talking close to your face. Like,
when are we
You don't like that?
We don't have time to get into too much stuff because we're going to have Kevin any minute here. But,
yeah, whenever he comes in, he might. We got about 20 minutes. Kevin will.
What's going on with the Starbucks thing? I'm hearing they already have problems.
Oh, good.
With the race talk?
Yeah, the race talk. You heard this one yesterday? Starbucks wants to have a conversation about race as you're sitting there waiting for your drink.
Oh, about a race.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
the new thing?
What's the hashtag race?
It's called Race Together.
Race Together.
Right.
Race together.
Hashtag race
Is that right?
together.
And they're going to put that on your cup, and then if you see that, you're like, all right, I'm in. And then you have to have a little conversation with the barista.
About race.
They still in race wars. They're trying to take my
don't
idea.
need to have race. McDonald's need to have a talk about race.
I said that exactly.
Starbucks is good. There's not a lot of fist fights in Starbucks.
But that McDonald's downtown in the village, that's where somebody needs to sit down and talk to somebody.
What goes on in that McDonald's?
Oh, it's homo thugs down there stabbing.
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 The stabbing.
It's
I'll stab you in a
thugs,
second.
Thugs and an occasional tourist getting his
Shit tossed up.
balls beat.
His green card ripped.
Yeah, that's not the best eatery, I would say.
Yes.
But it's always McDonald's. You Google McDonald's, there's always a good fist fight.
Or Denny's. Denny's gets a lot of people drunk. They go in at 2 o'clock in the morning after they've been fucking liquored up all night, and they fight.
I said yesterday, I don't feel welcome in McDonald's anymore in my neighborhood. It looks a little scary in there.
It is. McDonald's.
It just looks scary.
It's hip-hop high school.
Always been. For a nice, good meal, I go to Chick-fil-A.
I like Chick-fil-A.
It's
now
never a
you're
fist fight
talking.
in Chick-fil-A.
But what if it's Sunday?
They're Christians.
What if it's a Sunday? Then they close on
you
Sunday.
have none, but that's it. Maybe McDonald's should close Sunday and Sunday and Monday.
The most violent McDonald's are the ones that stay open 24 hours.
24 hours. It's
there's going to be blood on your Big Mac.
No one going in on a Tuesday at 3 a.m. for dinner in a McDonald's has a lot of good things happening.
A McDonald's on the second floor is not good either. I've never gotten to a McDonald's on the second floor.
Forget about
It's a no-man's zone. You can get killed up there, nobody
Get
know.
the fuck out
Certain
of here.
supermarkets.
I'm not going up the
Whole Foods
stairs.
is good. You don't get fist fights in Whole Foods.
I'm not going up the stairs.
You get them
Hell
at
no.
Pathmark and ShopRite. Plenty of fist fights there.
Seatown. Seatown is a place for a fist fight.
The Starbucks thing it's just nonsense. Fucking.
It's asking for trouble.
It's the famous white guilt thing by the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like go away.
And plus, he's not in the stores or in the storefronts talking about it. He's not there, so it's not going to be awkward for him.
About it. Maybe he wants to talk about it.
Not him. He's not talking about it. His employees are, and then they're going to say something wrong and get fired.
Walmart
You
needs
told me
to talk about it. There's places that should talk about it. I think they're starting the conversation. I'm for Starbucks for starting the conversation. Huh? A nice
I can't
black
wait.
and white coffee.
Somebody will be like, can I have a swirl? They're going to be like, what are you talking about? You into black dudes? It's like, no, I'm just asking for a mocha cappuccino.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lawsuit waiting to happen. I can't wait.
Yeah. That's the last person I want to discuss race with.
Starbucks?
Yeah, some guy
Like some
standing there with a
20-year-old,
fucking with a visor on it.
He doesn't want to be there to begin with.
No.
It's a
Why-
shitty
why don't you
job.
do it and see how confused he gets?
Right. Yeah, you just want
What do you think about these Puerto Ricans?
Is that what you mean? Say something, black guy hands you like your coffee. You people are ruining everything. What?
Let's have the experiment.
Yeah, you got to see if they really want to talk about
exactly.
How would that discussion? Basically, that discussion is supposed to be every white guy taking his coffee, going, "Here you go. What did I do wrong? I apologize for something.
What can I do better?"
You'd like to have that conversation with a white barista?
Absolutely.
Keith's going to be working at a Starbucks soon, I'm thinking.
Still in trouble. What's the deal with these Chinese? Here you go. You're an animal.
I don't know if you're supposed to argue. What are you supposed to? How nice is the
No
discussion?
one knows. It's a bust.
A race conversation is never nice.
Not
Not
no. It starts nice.
Oh, it's phony.
But there's always one thing that will split. Where both sides, like you always know that both sides are getting ready to argue when you're like, no, and you sit up higher in your chair, you push yourself up for like a good, or you take the fast swig. No, here's the thing. This is what you guys have been doing. Then the conversation gets.
That's great.
I think you need it though.
But not at
only,
Starbucks.
You know what? It'll only be black and white.
Yeah, but that's
No
black
matter
and
what
white in
every
the States.
other group wants to do, it's still about black and white.
Yeah, nobody cares about the El Salvadorians up too.
Can they be rough?
They can be
a little
rough. They're the new Puerto Ricans, really. If you take
Really?
they taking over.
I just don't know that world, thank God.
They're all in McDonald's, Hope. Stay out of it.
Well, I walk by that McDonald's. It's on the Upper West Side,
stay
too.
out of McDonald's.
You think it would be all right.
Which
But
one?
I walk it. I don't walk it. I walk by. It just looks like a scary place.
I'm trying to think which one.
It's up in like 71-ish,
over
somewhere
there
around there.
by Stand Up New York.
So
Me and Florentine walked into a McDonald's on the way home from a gig one time, and I don't know what had let out. This is like on the Parkway many years ago, and we were the only white people in there. There was probably 150 people. It was like just a giant crowd of people, and there was not a very organized line. So Jim and I kind of standing in line, and we were getting cut by a lot of people, and so we said, I really don't want McDonald's. I'm like, neither do I. And we walked out. Two white people just left McDonald's.
Defeated.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about race now, Jim.
Yes,
Are you
let's.
saying all black people was in there? 'Cause you said two white people.
in that particular night, yes. There was. I didn't see any other white people.
if it was a lot of elderly people, you would have been elbowing them right the
I
fuck
would have knocked
back.
them out of the way.
You would have been in the front of the line in seconds.
How'd you like that other hip broken bitch? Get out of the way.
Get the fuck out of my way. You always size up to people before you act up.
Yeah, but that's why I don't yell at old people on the road. Because I'm like, would I yell at a 6'5" guy or a big black guy? No, I wouldn't. So it's like I don't yell at an old person for the same reason.
I think most people do not do it that way.
I think I got another theory.
Yeah.
The McDonald's near Great Papayas are awful.
But I go
the
to
one near you got a Great Papayas across the street over
I
there.
go to Great
the one in the
Papayas.
village got a Great Papayas right across the street. The
Right.
McDonald's.
So you're blaming Great Papayas for
It's that
McDonald's?
late night vibe. That's a late night area. When you got Great Papayas is open 24 hours and you got a McDonald's right there open, it brings a different vibe.
The homeless love the Great Papayas.
Yeah, they
Gray's
do.
Papaya, it's called.
Great.
Gray's Papaya.
Gray's Papaya.
When Manny used to love those at the cellar.
Yeah.
That was his
Right.
favorite
So
food.
why no fights at Chick-fil-A?
Because we all agree that chicken is delicious. We could all agree on that, brother.
There's certain places
I
there's
fucking
no
love.
fights at.
I don't know why. Yeah, you don't see a lot of fist fights at fucking Morton's or Ruth's Chris.
Oh, that was the problem. I knew there was something with the Starbucks. Bob in Chicago has it. The VP of Starbucks deleted his Twitter after blogging about the marketing ploy.
Yeah, he got trashed, bro.
He got trashed so bad he deleted his Twitter.
So again, why delete your Twitter if you believe in what you're doing?
Bob, what else you got on that?
Well, I just saw online. I don't have the link with me. I'm in my car. But, yeah, the guy was getting tweets about the whole thing. People were engaging the guy and asking him questions, kind of like, why would you think a barista is capable of discussing this deep issue?
Right.
And he started blocking people immediately. And then within a couple of minutes, deleted his account. And then came back with this, well, we wanted to do this in a proper engagement of the discussion, which is complete bullshit.
It's another guy that's completely out of touch.
Completely out of touch.
That's all that is. He has no fucking idea.
Maybe he was hypnotized.
My Starbucks, they don't want to fucking be there.
No, nobody wants to. No. They don't want to talk about. If they want to get there, do their job, and get the fuck out of there.
They're so angry they slow serve you. They take their fucking time because they don't want you back. They want a nice, easy line.
See, they're not as. See, McDonald's have the angriest employees ever.
I'm not going to disagree.
This woman
But
got
Starbucks
beat
is pretty close.
for asking for the wrong sandwich at McDonald's. At McDonald's round, and she said, "Excuse me, can I have a Whopper?" So, what you say? I like a Whopper. Bitch, this is McDonald's. And the girl jumped from behind the counter and beat the hell out of this girl.
Get out.
Right
I think there was something else behind that. It's like the parking spot issue in Bronxville.
Yeah.
Was that really about a Whopper? No, it wasn't really about a Whopper. Yeah, there might have been something else happening.
It was pretty bad, though. She got, I mean... It's just I find the Starbucks the people who work for Starbucks are better behind that counter than most people.
But how would you discuss, like, how fast is race supposed to be talked about? Like, you can't have any type of substantive discussion in 30 seconds.
It just goes back to what we said. The guy's completely out of touch.
But maybe
it's not going to work
to
that
hang
way.
out. He wanted to make Starbucks more of a hangout.
It's already a hangout.
Yeah. Right,
You can't
so
find
that's
a
how you
fucking
can
seat
discuss
because
it.
everyone in their laptops.
But he wants
Because angry white guys like you.
he wants his employees.
Where's my fucking seat?
I just want to sit fucking down.
That's what. And then he comes in like an hour later. What a great idea! And there's nobody at the counter. Everybody is just standing in the middle of the store, fucking arguing with each other. Can I get a chai latte? I'm arguing with this white motherfucker. Oh, sorry, you're the boss.
Those fucking guys that camp out, they plug everything in.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be there a while.
Yeah, go in, have your coffee, and fucking beat it.
Let's sit down, maybe tweet a couple things and get out.
Oh, hey, what's your Wi-Fi? Fucking go home.
But what if I want to talk race? If I want to talk
What do you mean, what
race,
if? You love to talk race.
at Starbucks,
You like
all
to
you
yell
talk
race.
about.
Keith likes to yell race at somebody. When Keith has a wine, and you know there's a fucking news story that's big, it's going to be an ugly night at the Comedy Cellar.
He got that sauce in him.
Yeah.
I got the sauce.
What was the last one? What was the last one? It was you and Noam, I think, were going at it.
Ferguson? Were they talking Ferguson?
You know what? I didn't hear many Ferguson discussions. I was out.
Ferguson, no. He just sent me an email about Ferguson. The hands up thing
bullshit.
was a lie.
A lot of people saying that was a lie.
But it's never a lie when you're a black dude and understand.
That it
It's
happens.
never a lie.
It's never a
happens
lie.
on the regular, so it ain't a lie.
Maybe not for this case in particular, but
In
I'm sure
general,
it was 10 things around it that it was called for.
you're saying in general it's not a lie.
No, you better keep
Okay.
your hands up, nigga. And you still can get shot. Putting your hands up don't mean you're not getting shot.
Right. That's the funny thing. It's all a lie, like it's a conspiracy that nobody knows about. I know.
I don't know what happened there, but I get it.
Speaking of arguments, something you brought up yesterday, I want to ask Keith about Brazil. Because you didn't have the whole story. I
didn't remember. Me and you, we were talking about Yvonne we talked to Patrice, and me and you argued about something in Brazil, and Patrice mediated it, and you had that 5-year-old child shirt on, that awful rich, and I don't remember what it was. It was something about a girl, and Patrice was like, "No, it's a different matrix for all of us." But I don't remember what it was about, man.
Patrice kept talking about being unplugged. You're unplugging me from that matrix because I would sleep with all that girls. Or try my best to.
Right.
Because you was ruining a fantasy. They had fantasies of a different life, like this they showing
you already ruined my reality. Couldn't you let me have my... But you were just mean.
You really liked one of them or something you were saying yesterday.
I fell in love. He
and
gave
then
me a
Keith or
beating.
somebody said, you know, it's a hooker. What are you doing?
Fabiana, I think her name was. She spoke English.
Do you think her name was, or do you have it tattooed on you?
Goofy Jim, I think she broke up with Jim, and Jim was up there hurt. A prostitute broke up with him. You know, we should start seeing other people.
Immediately.
But I thought no, not even for money. I would rather go hungry than fuck you.
Wow. You
Oh,
tweeted a
man.
good picture yesterday from the Brazil trip. Keith was in a turtleneck.
Oh yeah, it was just the four of us standing there. It was me, you, Bobby, and Patrice. And I cut Rich out because I don't know people. He's not a public figure. It's the four of us in a hotel room.
Well, where's that picture? I want to see that.
I tweeted it yesterday, and I also have a photo in front of a brothel. I don't know if you were in that photo though. It was in front of the Monte Carlo. It was me, Patrice, Jason, and the other comedian who kind of his wife didn't know what he was doing down there, so I can't put him.
Yeah,
you can say it is Sherrod.
No, you would have had fun with us.
Yeah. Y'all was a mess. Y'all
Voss went with us the first time. He didn't get any hookers. He actually met a girl down there for real and didn't get any whores. Voss
What an addict! What an addict thing to do.
It's like going to
Why would you go
adventure
there
and not get on any rides? I'm going to leave these rides.
I'm gonna marry this one roller coaster.
That's true.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. He just hung out with one girl the whole time.
Yeah, and she was really hot though, but he just didn't.
They all are hot.
Yeah,
but I can understand them wanting to have the fantasy going if they wanted to and not have you bang everybody's prostitutes.
It bugged me because they're prostitutes, and that's what I treat them like.
Look at Sam over there like this. They got feelings.
Yeah.
You nerd. I see you over there sulking.
Where we at with Kevin?
He's right there. He's
going to come in a few, or
yeah. I mean,
I'm just trying to figure out if we maybe should break or.
I mean, he's not done yet.
Well,
he's still in there. You're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing Sway.
Yeah, we don't have him booked until 9:30.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing Sway.
Well, he'll probably go late with Sway.
Yeah, tell him to shut his mouth and get over here.
Stop the yapping.
I didn't know he was in with Sway first. Okay.
I'm just thinking we should maybe break soon because then we got Bobby, so we're going to go a
How
long
long
fucking
is he going
time.
to talk to Sway about Kendrick Lamar's album? Stop your black talk and get over here, stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to be a part of that discussion at all. Right now, Sway is going. We in the community are very proud of how far you've come. Shut up, Sway.
That's exactly what he said.
Exactly.
Oh, so he's going to be in there a while.
Yeah,
he's going to enjoy that.
Sway's a good interviewer, though. I've watched a few things he's done. He's actually a really good interviewer. It annoys me.
You see what Michelle Obama's mom was saying?
No.
She was a little bothered that Barack was, a mix.
What?
Yeah, it was on the front page of the paper today. Back in the day, she had concerns.
Sure.
Oh, back in the okay, yeah.
She had concerns.
That don't surprise me at all.
Good for her.
That her daughter was, in love with, someone that was half and half.
Half Opie?
Yeah,
half and half.
If I had a light-skinned girl, this light-skinned girl went over our house, and her mom said, "Get him out of here."
Really?
Too dark. Dark. Yeah.
Yes.
She booted me out. I mean, she was right as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But the color was
the
hurtful.
color wasn't right.
Yeah. But the nerve of you to compare yourself to the future president, like he's a Harvard guy, he's an unbelievable winner, and you're just a guy who likes hookers and you're mean.
So now you understand the white man. You understand the white man. It happened to you.
Do you want to piss real quick? Take a break. If we want to take a quick break.
Wait, I want to hear more about this though. How white was she?
She was light-skinned.
Light-skinned, just red bone.
She's a red bone, original yellow girl.
It's a yellow girl. We call them piss colored.
So what did the mom want for her? Another
mom
red bone?
Didn't want me ruining the
bloodline
of their whole vibe, and it just hurt.
Yeah, but
with
they
the
would
darkness.
your kids would have been just a little darker.
That would have been perfect.
They was looking for El DeBarge, and he ain't got it in his bloodline.
It's not in my bloodline, but she said, if you don't get that dark nigger out of my living room, no. And it still hurt, man. I've been damaged from that.
Well, that happened to me with a Jewish girl. The mom looked at me and said,
Which is odd that she said the same thing that lady said about Keith. Why would she say that about you?
This stereotypical Jewish mom looked at me and would not even acknowledge I was in her fucking living room. Because she knew I was not Jewish.
Well,
and she wanted a Jewish boy for her daughter.
Yeah,
and we were just going to the fucking movie. I was young. I wasn't thinking marriage
It's like,
or
why
any
you
of that
got to be
shit.
put through that as a kid? Like, you as a kid trying to go to a movie.
Like maybe 19, 20 years old. What the
That
fuck?
hurts. But when you go to any parent's house, when I was coming up, you go to a parent, as soon as a mom or somebody called the girl and come here, honey, let me talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
Just
You
leave.
know it's bad.
Don't stay around.
Right.
It's not a good conversation about, hey, that guy's really great.
Yeah.
And you just walk out.
So that shades of black really is a fucking real thing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it hurt. I'm still damaged. I'm damaged.
I'm glad
by
the girl heard him. Like, let the mother hurt Keith.
About time you made others suffer. It's only right you should suffer proper.
So what's the ideal black color then? What would be the one color you could be where you know you're
It's
good?
no ideal. It's none.
Not at all.
No.
We used to every yellow guy, any light skinned guy around my school had a black eye. He always got punched.
They would beat him up
because he wasn't dark enough.
See, when I was coming up, Redbone was in. Al B. Sure had the new album. That was the thing.
No kidding.
I never knew that was happening.
Oh, I've heard about it
First time
over
I heard
years,
it was
but-
honestly Spike Lee movies.
Right.
That was the first
School
time I
Days.
ever knew that was aware
School Days.
of that was School Days. The Jigaboos and against the
Darker than a paper bag.
what was the
You're
name?
a Jigaboo.
What was the name for the light skinned ones? A wannabe. That was the Jigaboos and the wannabe.
They was really making fun of like deltas and alphas, the alpha kappa alphas and the deltas.
But I had no idea that stuff existed.
Not to that extent, no.
I was bad. It was. I didn't. I'm
That hurt your soul.
It was so bad. It was like just dark. And she said it like a
She
white
actually
woman.
said that.
She said it like a white
Wow.
woman. I think she had tea.
Yeah. Funny. It was Adolf Caesar. Get this CJ out of my goddamn.
Yes, I knew a lot of old people like that.
Yeah.
He was great too. How great was he? He was one of the best.
Oh, boy, so I can whoop you.
Sergeant, what I do, Sergeant Waters?
Oh, he was so
Denzel
good.
was in that. David Allen Greer. That was fucking amazing. That
Even
movie,
as
man.
the father in Color Purple, he played Danny Glover's father.
Right.
He was a great actor.
Yeah, he's
man.
dead now.
He's dead now, but God bless him.
Do we know if Kevin's wrapping up?
He's rapping.
How much time do we have for a break?
We'll do a quick single.
4 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do a quick
Sure.
4-minute break, and then we got Kevin Hart in here. We haven't seen him in a while. It's going to be great to see him. And a little later, Bobby Cannavale. We got Keith Robertson and Sherrod Small as well. Just a fucking all-star show today.
Sirius 206, XM 103. The show is back.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking laughing our asses off in here. We got Kevin Hart any minute, but we're still talking about Rich's breath. Poor Rich.
He was all up in the face. If you all gonna be up in somebody's face like that,
He's a hypnotist, so he's got to get, for the people just tuning in, he's an inch away from faces all day long.
we talking to a mic and we question our breath, and
Yeah.
it's like he's confident about the wrong thing. Why are you that close screaming in somebody's face?
Yeah, but you're in the mic. You leave it on the mic. You ever get the mic after somebody?
That's
the mic
not
is-
good.
It smelled like
It's
salami after
disgusting.
Robert Kelly. After Bobby get off stage and sell you smell the mic, it smells like salami.
I won't. But to me, it's like just the fact I've never smelled a good microphone, no matter who was talking into
Right.
it. It's fucking disgusting.
It is disgusting.
A comedy club microphone is disgusting.
The venues with their microphones are the worst.
I remember
Radio
Kerry-
stations, we're always spraying the fuck and changing the screens out.
Kerry
doing whatever.
Karavis used to come on stage every time and spray it and then wipe it and then start.
Oh, I think I remember that.
that?
Yes.
So you could see the little old food particles in the microphone
spitting all
itself.
over it.
She the one who told me about Bobby. It's like, it smells like salami.
But our hypnotist, he had bad breath.
It was just a little nervous, boy. Some people get a little nervous.
Yeah.
He was good, man. We like Rich.
People get nervous.
We like you, Rich. Don't worry. He's probably somewhere right now fucking thinking about driving off a road.
Opie said it wasn't that bad. It ain't like you got to pull a tooth. Yes, he slipped that in there.
I slipped that one in.
Let's hit the times, Rich, right now, Rich. Breath mints. Rich.
He's doing a hand jive.
Hand jive. That saved the segment.
He's a nice guy. I like that dude.
Yes.
Yeah. We had a nice
After
chat.
trashing him for a good 30 minutes. Oh, no, but he's a good guy.
Well, that's how it works. We all know
Slaughter
that now. As long as you had he's a nice guy, you're good.
No, he's a great hypnotist. We get that. That's fine. So,
Fuck, I thought we'd have Kevin. He's still over there at Sway.
People love Sway, man. Sway,
Sway in the morning. Sway in
like
the
him.
morning.
We like the Sway.
Yeah, I don't like this.
We don't like that he's
don't like
not
waiting,
even
though.
our guest.
Then again, maybe he was late for Sway.
Yeah. And then we got Bobby in a little while, too.
Yeah, Bobby Cannavale.
You know what you should do?
What?
Not have Kev on. See, come here with his little 3 minutes and go, hey, guys, we did.
You're right.
Beat it, Kev.
No,
Right.
Keith has a point.
We should replace him with someone.
Okay, let's think about it.
With Sway. With Sway.
Let's interview Sway. Leave Kev over there.
Yeah, fine. You do the last half hour over there. We're gonna have fun. Keith was reminding me of something. We was some argument we were having. This is Patrice was there. It was me and you.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the argument, what the case was.
Right.
But I was again overtired and angry, and I yelled like something like, you got to read, man. that was a real mistake. That was a real judgment error.
To this day, it's still fucking.
Oh my God!
The rest of the night, there was Jim getting smashed with his jazzy ass. You got to read, man.
Yeah, they put it to music. Yeah, it was really humiliating.
All right, we got some action.
Tell them to take their photos after.
Is there photos being taken? So we're just about there. Yeah, we got like seconds
Yeah, I know we do,
before
but we're us.
Kevin Hart, who has fucking blown up.
Yeah, he's
Holy
blown
shit.
up, but I swear to God, I want some. You know, if Kev teaches one more white person how to do something in a movie, I'll slap his face.
But he's a black tutorial.
Next, he teaches Meryl Streep how to slap box.
Come on, Merle, put your hands up, bitch.
He's in one of those.
He is a representative to teach white people how to do stuff.
How many movies in 1 year for this guy?
His next
All
new
of them.
movie.
Holy
He's always got a
fuck.
new movie.
Yes.
Amazing.
Movies on top of movies.
How many tickets are sold so far at the at that 69,000 seat venue? He's doing well.
Maybe he's really doing good.
That will take a little while.
69,000 seat. Where's that?
He's doing what's it in Philly?
Philly, the link.
The Lincoln.
You getting a little taste of that?
Oh,
No. I'm
I mean,
gonna go there.
a little time on the stage, a
No,
little taste.
I don't want to do no damn
69,000 seats.
That's just a waste of time when they don't want to see you anyway.
Yeah, plus it's hard to open for your friend. It's weird, you know what I mean?
How many times can you hear "That ain't him"?
Every time I fuck a woman, I hear that. Good.
He's officially the biggest comic, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Sure.
Easily.
Him and Louis?
Yeah, he's big. I don't know. Louis sells a lot of tickets, though. It's kind of hard to
And
say
I think
who is bigger.
Dummy's bigger.
I think he's bigger.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it bugs me to say it, but he is bigger.
Yeah.
He's going to come in there. I guarantee he's going to come in here.
Here he comes.
Try to overpower
Wow.
with his personality. He's going to piss me off.
His entourage.
There we go. He's got 7 people with him.
He got a team. He got a security
And small
team.
clothes.
Hey, man.
Kevin Cam. Kevin.
Hey, man.
brother.
How are you, man?
What's up, Kev? Good to see you, bro.
What I tell you? Here he comes.
Kevin Hart. He's overpowering us with his personality.
Yes. Goofy personality.
He's got a big entourage,
Swing
too.
for 4 hours. You left these white folks waiting for you.
Keith, why do you have what are you doing?
He's looking at Keith's copy of Top 5.
Why do you have a copy of Top 5 right now?
Because I'm the only one that wasn't in it.
Yes, yes, you are. He's always got a special section called deleted scenes.
Keith, stupid. Hey, Ro Boogie, what's
the
going
deal,
on?
B?
How y'all doing, man?
We're doing good, man.
Oh God, I feel
Not as
so
good as you, but we're doing all right.
Such a
Look at all
good
this
morning.
jewelry like he's Sammy Davis.
He's
Jr.
living.
What are you talking about, Keith? I'm just enjoying life.
I happen to be happy for my friend.
Thank you, Jim.
You're very welcome.
Thank
Kevin.
you, Jim.
It has nothing to do with me needing a lot of stuff from you.
That's a lot of security you got with your Kev.
Yeah, no, you know what? I like the role. Well, the 2 guys are my security guards.
Right.
You know, the other guys, one of the guys is my writer. He's
How
my
many
always
people
guard.
does it
Is
take
that your
to
security
Big
guard
J
in the
away
red
from you?
glasses? Oh my God.
Betty Boop.
Here's Cornell West is a security guard.
We've been calling him Betty Boop for like the last couple of days.
He doesn't look like he fucking plays games at all.
Not at all.
No.
He don't fuck around.
No. Those are good guys. They've been with me for a while, man.
That's the last face you want to see when you're like, could I go talk to you? No, I didn't think I could.
Keith, didn't you have security at one point?
What?
Didn't you have security at one
I
point?
want you to just sit right there. So you know you got nothing, stupid.
Are you implying that Keith doesn't need security?
Not at all. No, I don't think Keith has ever been approached.
People have asked me to be my security for a while now.
Keith,
Right.
I don't think that one person has ever stopped Keith and gave a fan compliment like, man, that thing you did on the thing. There's nothing to. There's
One time a
nothing
fan came to him and said, "You know what Greer is?"
This is really hurtful right now. I'm not going to be the subject of this. I got to break this off.
No.
Look,
Your
people-
special was great though.
You damn right my
Your
special,
special was great.
It was.
I'll give you that.
I almost forgot.
Yes, go.
You can pre-order it now, man, on
There you go.
iTunes.
There you go.
There you go.
Pre-order my
He's so
special.
stupid.
He doesn't know how to
even
promote.
the
He's
He don't run a business.
He's been
I'm
here
just
2.5
stupid.
hours. That's the first.
Stupid. Yeah.
What's wrong with you? We're not paying you.
Jesus Christ, kid.
We had a hypnotist in here, and he had bad breath, just to
Really?
get you up to speed. Yeah.
Really bad?
And we've been making fun of it ever
He's
since.
trying to hypnotize people with bad breath.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out, man. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you think you're in Staten Island.
The landfill.
Did y'all say it? Did y'all tell him?
Oh, we finally,
You know that son of a bitch. Couldn't wait to tell him.
What'd you say? Did you say your brother's horrible?
It was killing me. I didn't wonder why he couldn't take a guy under.
Did anybody get hypnotized?
No, there's only two
one
guys
of our
that
guys,
tried.
maybe. A little bit.
Kinda.
A little bit.
They got knocked a little bit.
The breath got in the way is the point here.
He did get in the way.
Got in the way.
It was a little rough.
I never believed it. I never believed in it. I would have loved to see it.
See, that's the Philly in y'all. Y'all don't believe that hypnotists.
Kevin just got his sandwich punched.
Where's your security, stupid?
They wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him in. They kept my guys out this room. I was really an uncomfortable position because I really did just look around. Like I looked for help just now.
Nothing came.
Yeah, nothing came at all. They kept him behind the glass. It was,
Although, what would be better than seeing Keith get maced for attacking his sandwich? What kind of sandwich is that?
That's a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, I saw Keith get maced. You
Yeah.
guys know,
you
y'all
were
know
there
that story.
that night.
Wait, on the Upper East Side?
Yeah.
In front of my house.
What comedy
In
club
front
are
of
you
my
trying to work in?
What happened? What's the
I
story?
told y'all that story where Keith got locked up and he tried to fight the cop. It's a legendary story.
Yes.
He's a mess.
Yeah, no, it was for no reason at all. It was the most unnecessary fight I've ever seen in my
You
life.
didn't have a license, stupid.
Listen, but all you had to do was just get out the car. And
Right.
Keith
I
said,
got out the car.
I quote this line: "You want me out the car?"
He's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
No, you got to realize this. They never said I was under arrest. The guy said, get out the car, and I got out the car. And then he started grabbing me, and then I had to test my MMA skills.
Exactly. The problem is you have Radio Raheem energy.
No.
You approach the cops.
It went from 0 to 60 so fast. Keith, a cop is trying to grab him. He's not fighting the cop, but he's definitely resisting. He's talking. You got nothing. Look at you. Nothing. Weak. All I remember seeing is there's like 3 cop cars pull up real fast, get out, and they pick him up, slam him. Right? I can't see anything at this point. I'm in the car. I can't see anything. All I hear is.
My good friend, my young fella, who I thought, shut your mouth, thought would be there for me.
Right. I
got a gig in Wilkes-Barre somewhere. And he took my car and drove as fast as he could, and he blew my engine. My car is still in Wilkes-Barre, and he blew the engine.
Keith was in jail. All I kept thinking about was my show the next day. I was like, I hope they don't keep me. I got to get this $600. I had no way to get there, and I was like, well.
I heard my car from the south.
From the south.
And the south heard, wait a minute, my car's never went that fast.
I literally took his car, did the show, and came back the next day. But to make myself feel better, I called everybody. Hey, we got to help Keith.
Buddy Bolton. Remember Buddy Bolton, I think, got involved with that and tried.
Buddy Bolton,
he came down to the jail for you son of a bitch, and waited for you.
Buddy Bolton put a note in the sandwich.
Yes, he put a note in the sandwich.
We're going to get you out of here.
That's what white friends do. That's what white friends do.
No, listen. He really did. I remember that. Listen. Buddy.
He gave me the sandwich. He looked at me like.
It's a lemon cake with a file in it.
I'm in a holding cell right now. This ain't the state penitentiary.
Oh, God. He put a note in the sandwich. He wasn't even in orange clothing. Like, they didn't even put the jail. It wasn't wasn't even that serious.
But he just. Oh, Jesus
we're gonna break
get you out of here.
Hey, if you could do me a favor and tie those sheets to that bar, we're about to bust you out of here, Keith.
Were you with me the night that we were parked in Woodbridge? It was me, Keith, Patrice, and there was one other guy. It might have been you when the cops approached us in the parking lot and asked why we were sitting there. Were you not there?
No, that sounds like you guys were wrong.
Immediately, we were just talking, but before going back to Keith's house, and immediately he got nasty with the cops.
No, there's no reason for him to be
You gotta
as angry
realize.
as he is.
Did the cop look at Jimmy and say, "Jimmy, are you okay?"
Yes, officer, I'm here voluntarily.
The bad thing, here's the thing. I don't know where this confidence came from. I've never seen Keith win a fight. I've never seen. I've never seen anything happen to justify this attitude.
What's it based on?
Yeah, where is this from?
I come from a long line of cockfighters in my family.
Yeah,
Okay.
My grandmother fought them. My mom.
Christ.
Who am I?
They passed that down.
I gotta keep it going.
Jesus Christ.
And I bet your grandmother and mother had better records than you did against the cops.
It was all losing.
Boogie, you got a little violence in you.
I got a little violence in me.
You got a little bit of violence in
I
you.
try to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, I remember the
You
Road
don't
Boogie
keep it
days.
under wraps.
I keep it under wraps.
You've never kept it under wraps.
I might have
Boogie's
choked the one or
violence.
two people,
Yeah, I was going to say, there's definitely some
but
moments.
only in the name of justice.
That's
That's how I roll.
I saw Sherrod one. I've only seen you do it one night. It was at the Cellar, and the guy, it was a big white guy with a bald guy, and he said something, and you guys got into it. And I remember guys dragging you away, but you were ferociously trying to attack this guy right before you went on stage. I don't remember exactly what happened.
I just wanted to talk to him, Jimmy.
No,
I just wanted to speak with him.
That's your polite voice. I'm probably the only one in here with a. Matter of fact, okay, I'll tell you who's definitely not a fighter. Old Jimmy Norton.
That's
over
right.
there.
Jim Norton's a talker. Jim Norton is a talker and a tap dancer and an apologizer.
He likes to scram.
Jim is a car bully. He's in the car.
Yes.
Anybody want something?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, I told y'all. You remember when I was trying to snatch Jim's bag when he didn't know when I put my hood over my face, and Jim had no idea it was me. He started growling at me on the streets.
No.
Listen, he's walking. He's got a little plastic bag in his hand. He's walking. So I see him. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go mess with Jim. I'm gonna get out. I go run. I go to snatch his bag. He's holding the bag.
I did growl.
I said, did you just growl? Jim, did you growl?
Yeah, it was the Hill Street Blues guy. He influenced me. Remember that guy?
There was no need for
What made him think that would work?
I don't know. Like,
He was watching Night Stalker.
Oh, I was driving to a gig one time, the Rascals, and fucking, I'm driving my car, and this limo kind of cut in and was being a dick, and I was like, oh, what a fucking asshole. And I didn't realize my passenger window was down. This is in bumper to bumper traffic. He gets out of the car and begins walking around. I just cut out of the lane and kept going. Oh, and I fucking pussy out immediately. I didn't realize my window was open. Oh, so never made that fucking mistake again.
Wow. I've never really been in that many fights. I wish I could say.
Me either. I ain't been in too many.
I haven't been in too many
Kev
fights.
was talking, I had to pick stupid. I had to pick you up from jail.
Okay, tell the story,
I picked
Keith.
him up from jail. He crying. Guess what? Kev is a crybaby.
Okay, yes.
I'm an emotional. I'm the emotional crier. Like that angry.
Right.
That
When I get angry, I'll cry.
Yeah, like it's not like the boo-hooing.
Right.
It's that anger and like that the tear.
I'll sit on somebody's chest and bang and cry while I do it.
Exactly.
Like,
I relate.
why'd you make me do this?
I relate. Yeah,
Right.
I like that.
So like you were saying, he's a crybaby.
Continue, Keith. Yeah.
He coming out of jail with a wife beater crying. No, dude, you can't cry walking out of the joint.
Yeah, I definitely went to jail and I didn't know what to do, so I just started doing push-ups. It was just me and two other guys in there, and I was just doing push-ups.
No, were they voluntary push-ups, or was there a guy doing push-ups over you?
It was assisted push-ups.
No, voluntary push-ups. I've been to jail twice though. I've been to jail 2 times.
For what?
One time.
I remember
was-
drinking and driving or something.
No, 3 times. Okay. Sorry. 3 times.
Somewhere on the road. at the radio station, it was like Kevin was just here like 2 weekends ago. He got arrested for drinking and driving.
Yeah, very true.
I remember fucking when that was. This was years ago. This was
And
years.
I was mad because I blew like a 0.8. I was like, dude, are you serious right now? That's above the legal. Gotta take you in, buddy.
That's when they dropped that shit down.
So you were one tick above. You basically look one tick above.
One tick, yeah. That I had a domestic charge with me and my ex-wife. We got into it, and my upstairs neighbors called the cops on me, and they got there, and they were like, "Look, somebody's got to go in." Oh, like he was like, "Somebody's got to go in," and I was like, "Dude, it's not even that serious. Like, it's done. It's not that serious. This is how stupid had to come pick me up.
All right.
That's how he had to pick me up from jail for that one."
I came to the house, though. I came to the house, and Kev's demonstrating on a cop. This is all I did. Hey, buddy, take it easy.
Oh, you getting free hits on the cop?
That is a very true story. That is a true story.
It's kind of brilliant.
That is 100%.
Brilliant way to get a free.
I'm young.
Some free shots.
I'm young. And I'm trying to show him. I knew no better. I knew no better.
And I step over. I'm like, hey, man. He says, shut the fuck up and go sit in your car. I'm like, wow.
You literally couldn't have had a worse person come assist with the police.
I thought Keith would come and fix it. Nothing was resolved.
He was hoping you'd get arrested instead. Kevin hoped you would show up and fuck up and get arrested.
I just don't like the confidence that Keith gave me on the phone. I said, Keith, man, this is bad. She called the cops. I'm letting him know.
Right.
Hey, listen, I'm on my way. Just don't do nothing. I'll take care of it.
He make you feel calm. Yes.
Yeah.
I told him to go.
Keith is
He's
coming.
sitting around. I'm like, go before they come. He's like, nah, I'm going to stay around. Evidently, you've never been arrested before.
He wanted me to be on the run. He wanted me to be on the run.
So he wanted you to leave before the cops got there?
Yeah, he wanted me to.
That's great.
Doing your movies in France, like fucking
flee the cops so there can be a wanted sign out for me.
They wouldn't do nothing. You would have been in New York performing, stupid. And I told him,
and then I would have came
home.
I would have came home and went to jail. Either way, Keith, I was
Warren
gone.
waiting for him.
You still owe me bail money.
I don't owe you no bail money.
$200. I bailed you out.
I got out on my own recognizance. I had no record.
You don't even know that word.
I just heard it 3 times in my life. Yeah, I've heard it 3 times.
Why don't you say ROR? It's easier.
Yeah, I just know it means something good because I've heard it those 3 times.
What was the third time?
The third time was parking tickets.
Oh, that's.
They arrested you for parking tickets?
Sure did.
How much time did you spend?
That was actually one of my longest ones.
I believe it.
We were on the
Parking
turnpike.
tickets doesn't make no sense to get somebody for parking
Yeah,
tickets.
we were on the turnpike, and I'll never forget. Matter of fact, God damn it, 4 times. All right, one more. 4 times. We were the comedian Michael Blackson and this guy named Buck Wild. Buck was notorious for like stealing cars, right?
So you brought this on yourself,
but listen, no, we didn't know. So we're like, yo, we had a show. We were coming up to do Talent's room. Talent had a room.
Okay.
So Mike is like, hey, we can all go. I'll just put y'all on the show. Mike was headlining. I was going middle. Buck was going to go first. So we're on the highway. Buck is like, hey, man, Mike, you want to drive? Mike's like, no, I'm not driving. He's like, Buck, you drive. Buck's like, I don't really want to take my car. He's like, come on, Buck, just drive your car. Buck drives his car, right? He's like, Mike, no, you drive the car. You can take my car, but I ain't driving. So we don't think nothing of it. Whatever. Mike's driving the car. We're on a turnpike. We had about exit 11, right?
Oh, so you close.
We get pulled over. Buck immediately goes, hey. Look, if they ask, my name is Aziz White. He's like, what? What are you talking about, man? He's like, just chill. Everybody just chill. So the cop comes over. Cop's like, license and registration, please. So Mike go, Buck, where's the registration for the car? You know, he's got this African accent, right? So, Buck go. Man, you better get the fuck out of here. Stop talking to me, Mike. I don't know this shit. I don't know what nothing that, man. Just talk to the cops. Mike's like, Buck, this is your car. You know, where's the registration for the car? So the cop can hear all this stuff. Buck go, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Just y'all go and figure that shit out up there, man. He's just being real vague. So the cop is like, Teray was there too. So the cop is like, all right, wait a second. Cop goes in the back, starts to run the plates, right? The cop goes, take the car keys out, put them on the top of the hood. They're talking through the loudspeaker. Mike goes and gets out the car. Mike gets out, starts walking to the cop. Teray goes, they're gonna fucking shoot you, Mike. Mike, get your dumb ass back in the car. Mike goes, hey, officer, listen. You may swear to God. He goes, you may recognize me. I'm the African king of comedy. The cop is like, I don't give a shit. He's like, I don't care who you are, man. He said, listen, let me get one of my headshots out the back to show you. He was trying to show the cop a headshot.
No, he was not.
Cop says, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Right now, get on the ground. Mike, we're all in the car looking at Mike. Mike is on the ground, hands behind his head, right? He's face down on the ground. Cop makes everybody else get out. We all got to get out and lay down on the ground. I'm laughing. I can't stop laughing because Mike and Buck are arguing
on the ground.
Buck has counterfeit money.
Buck had a shitload of counterfeit money.
What? People eat it.
So he's like, yo, I'm gonna tell him that part. Listen, he's on the ground, right? Just we're all on the ground, face down. So Mike is like, Buck, I should never have trusted you. I knew that something was up with you. In
his African voice.
Yes. Buck like, man, shut the fuck up, man. Stop bitching. Just shut up, man. Shut up. Buck, we look. He's biting his fingers. He's trying to bite his fingerprints off. He's like, all this shit. So we like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, who are you? Like, what is going on? Who are you right now? He's like, yo, just chill. Don't forget. Don't nobody say nothing. My name is Aziz. All right? My name is Aziz. Fucking, the cops get us up. All right, everybody get up. They get ready to put cuffs on us. Buck take the money and try to throw the counterfeit money like on the ground, right? The cop goes, hey man, you dropped this. So Buck's like, yeah, thanks, man. I don't know how that shit happened. He's looking at us crazy. We like, yo, dude, did you throw that money out your pocket? He's like, chill. Everybody just don't say nothing yet. They take us to the cell. They put us in the holding cell together. Buck pulls out the counterfeit money. He starts eating.
What the fuck?
Listen, it's green dye all in his mouth. He's like, help me chew this counterfeit money, right? He said, I ain't chewing no fucking counterfeit money. Right? Mike had enough. Mike goes, that is it. I'm telling. He said, you are going to jail. Today you're going to jail.
Africans will not have your back, nigga.
Buck was like, Mike, stop playing, Mike. Don't do that. No. Today is the day that you go to jail. I'm going to tell them everything. I know because I'm not doing it. Look at you. He's like, look at you chewing this shit with this green shit in your mouth, asking us to do it. No, I'm not doing this. The cops come in. Oh, man. Cops come in after running everything, and they're like, look, the car came off stolen. Do you guys know about it or not? So I'm like, look, I don't know anything. Mike is like, I know that he gave it to He tells the cop, he gave us the car. He told me to drive. Whatever you need to know, he knows.
Mike folded under question.
Listen, threw him under the bus so fast. I've never seen anything like it. They pull Buck in the back. Buck's back there for like an hour. He comes back. The cops, they were like, all right, look, y'all can go. He's like, we don't have no way, to get home. We don't even know where we at. Right. So they was nice enough. They took us to the train station. We caught the train home. But everybody was mad at Buck. So we made Buck sit in the cart by himself. And we all went and talked amongst each other.
Buck?
Wow. They released him.
They released him. Wow. Like, we don't know how, we don't know what he did. And when we got on the train, he's like, man, y'all bitching. I told y'all just to play cool, wasn't nothing gonna happen. He's like, what? You didn't tell us the car was stolen. Y'all don't need to know all that. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Holy shit.
Just picture seeing somebody biting their fucking fingerprints. His fingerprints. He bit his finger. I'm talking about aggressive. Like, he was really biting it. That's literally one of the funniest situations I've ever
my
had.
God.
You got tears in your eyes.
No.
That is hilarious.
Mike,
I told you he's a crying baby.
Wow. Mike getting fed up is the funniest thing. That is it. Today, you are going to jail today.
Africans will throw you in, boy.
That was probably
that's my favorite story.
That is amazing.
It doesn't get better than that.
No.
I don't know him. I don't know Buck, and I don't know Mike.
You know Mike Blackson.
Do I know Mike Blackson?
You've seen
Yeah.
him before. Yeah, you definitely seen Mike before.
You seen Mike Blackson?
Does he work the cellar, or is he? No.
No.
We got to promote Get Hard before they rip you out of here.
No, listen, Get Hard comes out March 27th.
Yeah, it's going to do.
Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
There you go.
I saw you two at the Super Bowl in the booth. They showed you and Will. I was really happy for you.
That really bugged me, chuckling up with Will Ferrell. It annoyed me.
It should have annoyed you.
That's my buddy. That's my good friend, man.
It makes me sick.
That's my good friend. What are you talking about?
You weren't happy to see your friend on TV at the Super Bowl?
That infuriated me.
When did they show me? When did they show me? Oh, man. We had such a good time, too.
But him just yucking it up. Oh, well, I tell you one thing.
That Will Ferrell's a riot. I don't know. Have you ever hung out with Will? I got to introduce you. I'm going to introduce you to Will. He would love you. He would love you,
He was on
kid.
Tough Crowd.
Listen, yeah, he would love you.
That's right. He was on Tough Crowd.
He was on Tough Crowd.
He was on Tough Crowd.
Speaking of Tough Crowd, how is that old son of a bitch? Where's Colin?
Colin, I was on a nightly show with him last night.
Very funny in Amy Schumer's movie. He's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
The opening, he's very funny. I know it's coming
Playing the
out
father. He plays the father
in that movie, too,
I know you are.
He did mention your scenes, though, Keith. He said Colin was very funny.
My
He didn't.
scenes, they're talking about it. People are talking.
They're talking. Nobody's talking.
Well,
They just screened it one time at the festival.
Nobody mentioned it?
Yeah, the movie's really funny, though.
The movie's great. I heard
I'm
it.
serious. The movie's really funny.
People
You're
see
funny.
what I do.
Well, Keith, I'm not.
I mean, the cop show.
No, you were funny in the John Cena scene.
The John Cena, but the cop show that I'm on now.
With Colin?
With Colin. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
No,
Thank you.
Well,
My DVD is going to be on sale.
That's right. When is it on sale?
March 23rd.
He'll figure it out.
That's right. It's
so
called.
bad.
You can get it. It's called Kevin Hart Presents Keith Robinson.
No, very, very funny special, man. Go out, grab Keith's special if you haven't seen it.
Came out
Very
great.
funny.
It was great.
It came
For
out
real.
really good, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
I heard good things about it. It really annoyed me.
Back of the bus, baby boy.
Back of the bus.
Let's
funny.
talk about Keith kissing up to Mike Tyson the other day. Fanboying it out. You fanboying it out. I heard you was touching all over him. Every time you made a joke, you was grabbing on his arm.
Oh no, just like two buddies hanging out in the locker room.
Well, no. What happened is with Mike, I almost had to, go at him a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Listen,
I had to show
nothing
Mike.
would make me laugh harder than see Mike Tyson knock Keith the fuck out.
Or just slap his face. I would like to see him slap Keith's face.
I just want to see him do something to make Keith buckle. Like something to make Keith look around. Like to get. I just want to see Mike hit him so hard that Keith immediately looks for help. One of those looks that spin you in a position where you just immediately you're looking for somebody to help counter what's going on. Like Sherrod, you know what I'm talking about? When you get, you ever see somebody get hit that hard, and the first thing they do is
did we see that? Did everybody see that?
Hey, ain't nobody else gonna help with this.
They hitting us.
I wish Mike would knock you the fuck out.
Jim, my good friend Jim would help me if Mike.
Jeez,
I would love to see him slap your face just to hear you try to save face. Like, come on, champ, I was joking. Like you were
no, that's a fight that you got to run from. Not like literally. That's a fight that you got to run.
Mike Tyson,
you got to run.
I'm not taught to run.
That's why I would love
I
to see
take a
it.
good beating if I have to. I'm not taught. I'm
So
South
you taught
Philly.
to lose.
I'm South Philly till I die.
Well, that's gonna be soon, Keith.
With
that attitude.
I just don't.
Real soon.
I just want one piece of confirmation that justifies this attitude. Just introduce me to somebody that can say Keith knocked me out back in the day.
Like he got the best of it.
I balled a lot of cats up, man.
Keith,
I used to wrestle.
Here it comes. See, here it comes.
Fox catcher. He's a fox catcher.
You've seen those cops flailing and falling all over the place.
I also saw you shit on yourself when you got kicked in your stomach.
I just had a McDonald's quarter pounder.
Yes, right. You're not supposed to eat at work, and you know that.
He shitted on himself. I swear to God. Did he really? Yes. He comes. He goes. I gotta clean myself up. What are you talking about? You talking about the mace? No. Hey, I
That
gotta
guy
clean
kicked
myself.
me in my gut so hard. I had a turtle hanging out. I had a little turtle hanging out.
At the turtle pond?
He shit on himself.
I lily padded him.
He shit on himself. I tell you a funny shit on yourself story. Now, this isn't to be the guy with the shit jokes. Steven Seagal, right? Steven Seagal I'm doing another movie.
What
I
do you-
did. So
What do you teach us the goal how to do?
No, this is going to kill you. I promise you, this is going to kill you. So we're doing Ride Along 2. Cube accidentally punched one of the stunt guys in the nose. Cube, like,
who's Cube?
Ice Cube. Another. I gotta introduce you. He'll love it. He punches the stunt guy in the nose. Stunt guy's nose starts bleeding. Cube is apologetic. Yo, man, I'm so sorry. God, I'm sorry. He's like, no, man, it's okay. Like, at least you're nice. You know, like I know that it wasn't intentional. We've worked with people in the past that have been just dicks.
Right.
So he's like, who? I'm like, who else? He's like, well, Steven Seagal. You know, he used to really get shots in. You know, in these scenes. So got to a point where we had to come to our boss. You know, the stunt coordinator. We were like, hey man, Steven's really hitting us. Can you kind of tell him to
Sound like his wife. His wife said the same thing, didn't she?
He's like, can you tell Steve to relax a little bit? So Steven found out that one of the guys was like a black belt in judo, like a serious black belt. So Steven comes up to the guy. He's like, hey, put me in your best hold. I bet you I can get out of it. And he's like, I can't do that. You know, you're my boss. I can't do that to you. He's like, put me in your best hold. And he looks at his boss. Because Steven was being a dick, the guy said, go ahead, do it. Choke Steven. Puts him in a chokehold. Right? Steven's struggling. His feet squirming. He's searching for balance. He can't. It's like he's losing air a little bit, but you know, you got to tap out when you don't want it anymore. So all you hear is all you hear is he taps out. He taps out and goes, good hold. And he beelines to the bathroom. He comes out. It smells like shit everywhere. The guy choked the shit out of Steven Seagal.
He's marked for death.
And literally all you heard was
How satisfying is that when the asshole on the set shits his pants? How great is that?
He literally shit himself. But just picture being a tough guy and you like, good, go ahead, your best hole. And it's really a good hole.
And just stool come right out.
And the tap thing doesn't work everywhere. I saw a video of a guy on a beach in Florida. He was like a spring break kid getting fucking ass handed to him by a cop because the kid was being, and the cop was really choking the kid, and the kid's trying to tap, and it's like, no, this is real life. You don't tap when a cop is fucking.
You're gonna go to sleep, buddy.
Yeah, he just kept tapping, and all of a sudden he stopped tapping.
Good match.
This could be death for you right here, buddy.
Amazing.
So Kevin has to go. Is that what they're saying?
Well, we got Bobby outside the studio too, so we're just trying to figure it all out. That's
Bring
all.
Bobby in.
Yeah.
Which Bobby?
You want to
Bobby
hang a
Cannavale.
little, or you got to
come
go?
on. Hey
Kevin?
man, I'm always around.
All right, good.
Yeah, hang on, man.
Can we bring a chair for
Bobby?
Just take Keith's chair.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, man.
Good to see you, man.
How are you, man? Good pleasure. Good to meet you, man.
see you.
Thank you.
Hey, Bobby. How are you?
What's up, Bobby? How are you?
You know Keith? Oh, there he is. You probably recognize him from.
We will get you a chair over there, Bobby.
Keith, why are you dying right now? He's
an old man.
All those choke out stories. It's got me.
You just
all
been dying
happy.
for no reason.
Gag reflex.
For no reason at all. You're just sipping water like a champion over there. What happened?
I would really want to chop that sandwich of yours again.
Yo, don't touch my sandwich. What is going on with your outfit today?
This is workout shit.
Did you work out?
Nope.
No, I ain't work out just yet, but I'm going to box right
No,
after
you're like a
this.
typical getting fat man. Like you wear workout clothes and you don't work out.
don't
That's like
work
how
out.
Gene Gotti would go to court.
I just don't understand that Keith's been working out all the time. His body has not changed.
Not
Marina
changed.
Franklin had the best line. She said he looks like he's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Keith's got a harness body. He's got a harness
I
body.
guarantee.
Here it comes.
I guarantee.
Yeah.
Bet me money. 2 weeks.
Okay.
6-pack.
2 weeks.
Keith, we've had
Six pack
this-
of what? Coke,
got-
Sprite?
Keith, we've had this same bet for the last 2 years.
They got a new
2 week abs.
exercise.
They got 2 week abs.
Yeah, but you don't have 2 week abs.
No, yeah, you have 2 week abs. TOO. See, you're chubby. Yeah, Bobby Cannavale quite enjoyed that.
Very happy by that one.
My feelings, man.
Hey, Bobby, welcome, man.
Hey, thanks.
We got a very busy day today.
Yeah.
You've been arrested. We're talking about arrests. We've all
And shitting your pants.
Yeah, we were doing arrest and shit
Both.
pants
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
You've done both.
He's been arrested,
I
absolutely.
shit my pants kind of recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? When?
Going up a flight of stairs.
Really?
You're falling apart, brother.
Like with the coffee, like
Jesus Christ.
Drinking the coffee.
You thought it was a fart.
Snuck up on me. No, it just went. It just
And it popped.
In mid-step?
popped mid-step.
Oh shit!
It'll pop.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. There's no real story. There's no like real reason for it. Like with Keith, at least he was
Looking everywhere for a Gristides bag, so I can, And then I walked like 2 blocks because I didn't want to throw it in my garbage, and then have like the people in my building find it. So like I was walking for a while so I could throw it in another neighborhood.
Like he did a murder.
He wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's fucking better than the Durst documentary I just saw.
He wanted to get rid of it.
You fit in perfectly then, Bobby.
Yeah.
And you've been arrested or no?
Yeah, as a kid, it's been a while, but I did. I got arrested for stealing like clothes under my clothes from a mall.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I wanted them Andre Agassi joints. Remember those shorts?
The shorts.
Back in like 80
Oh, yeah.
or whatever. When he was,
Kev wasn't born then.
I was born in '79. Keith, you know what? Keith, you got one more time to disrespect me.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
No, Keith, you got one more time to disrespect
You're
me.
right. You're right.
And I promise you, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out right in this way. All everybody is gonna hear is just a loud thump. You're gonna hear it loud. You're gonna hear a bunch of racket. You're gonna hear Sherrod go, "Oh!" Jim is gonna blow a whistle for no reason at all.
Keith's his hip's gonna break.
Something bad.
Oh man,
Man, I'm old, man. No.
I'm not saying you owe your dated.
How old are you now, Keith?
42.
Why did you think that was Jesus
younger
Christ.
than me, man.
Keith, how old are you for real?
He's 42 score.
56?
I'm not no damn 56.
57.
Come on, man. Stop playing.
50.
Bobby, but you're 44 because I saw your Wikipedia, right? You're 44?
44, yeah.
44, and Keith on your Wikipedia, because Wikipedia doesn't lie.
Wikipedia does lie.
What's it say?
1,000.
The Wikipedia says I was born in 63.
1863.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what Wikipedia says.
Right.
So when were you really born?
But what I say,
You and your headshot say something different.
You guys missed the bigger point. The bigger
other
point
day I
is
was-
that Keith has a Wikipedia page. That's the good thing here. That you
I
can
also
actually...
got a Hoodpedia page.
Oh, Keith, what does that mean?
What is that?
That means I will knock you the fuck out.
Keith is like just an old barking dog. That's it. That's not even leashed anymore. It just barks. He's so angry, man. He's so angry for no reason at all.
What were you saying, Bobby?
Oh, I was just saying that the other day, Wikipedia, I was doing this thing with Nick Cannon, and I was like, I want to look up and see how old Mariah Carey is. And in Wikipedia, it says Mariah Carey was born either in 1969, 1970, or there was like 3 choices.
choices.
Yeah.
It's 69 because she went to my high school.
Did
Really?
she?
Yes, it's 69. She went to. She
I
was
don't like
in,
how you just trying to say that like it's not a big thing to you.
Oh well, it pisses me off because I don't rank with my high school because of fucking Mariah Carey. That's why.
Do you remember her then?
My brothers went to school with her.
Was she like in the talent shows and all that?
She
Was
would be on the back of the bus singing her ass off, and she was like a cashier at the local supermarket.
The
in
back of the
Greenlawn.
bus. So you also as a black girl.
My friends, my brothers knew her real.
Long Island.
My brothers knew her real well back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Real well, yeah.
So 69.
She's
yeah.
absolutely 69.
Yeah.
Well, no one wants to give their real
Absolutely.
age. For women, it sucks more. I guess for guys, no one gives a shit how old we are.
Right.
No one cares how old you are. It's
I
not-
performed with her at her first appearance at the Apollo in 1990.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
Did she sing as you were being booed off? Keith took a good booing at the Apollo.
After Sandman removed you.
I was a special guest. I was a special guest.
After Sandman
I got
tap
booed
danced
with
you
Chubb
off.
Rock.
You got booed with Chubb Rock?
Chubb Rock was on at 1990, and the place was jumping, and Sinbad introduced me, and they just booed me.
Do you know Patrice's Apollo story?
No.
Oh my God! You know
Did they
Patrice's
boo him
Apollo
too?
story? Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a good.
They gave him a good boo.
But he was smart enough to
He
sabotage it.
sabotaged the set so it can never.
What, did he curse?
Oh, he cursed
Put
it
his
up.
middle finger.
That's right. That's right.
Put his middle finger.
That's right.
Turn around. You know, the top of his ass was out a little bit. He said just wasn't gonna see the light of day.
You didn't do that, did you, Keith? You really tried to salvage the
I
set.
tried to salvage the set, and they showed it every other week.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all want the good stuff. That's what he did with that.
Why don't the terrorists blow up the Lincoln Tunnel?
And Tyson was there. Every important one black performer at the time was there to watch me get a
To
nice
see you get
sweet-
booed.
Oh, it hurt.
Dwayne Wayne was booing you, nigga. Dwayne Wayne from Different World was booing you.
Tyson, Heavy D, everybody
Start
was
yelling out. It's only because I didn't rub the log.
No, it was a special guest.
Stop saying that. We don't believe you.
Yeah.
We don't believe
They
you.
wanted me back after my successful appearance with Mariah Carey. They wanted me right back, but I went back too soon.
Yeah.
And they gave you a hot.
I took one.
A hot
In the neighborhood, people was laughing at that. It took me a while to get over that.
Oh yeah, they show that all the time. Everybody in the hood.
Yeah,
does
they
see it.
showed it over and over. It was almost as bad with the "Get Out My House, You Dark Nigga" with the yellow girl.
You missed that story earlier, Kev.
I definitely.
They're saying you got to go.
Oh,
Not
man.
to interrupt, but they're basically saying you got to get the fuck out of here.
Nah, man.
That ain't right. That
Stop
ain't
with
right
your
at
phone. Do it again.
He wants to
Do
leave.
it again.
I don't want to leave.
I feel like he's having a good time.
How do I not?
I feel
wanna
like
stay?
you're having
Do
a
you
good
not have a
time.
good time every time I come in?
You have a delightful time.
I like
every
to
time you
hang
come in.
out.
Delightful time, but don't with the fake. Oh. We know you're the boss, you idiot.
You're
the boss.
You can say I'm not leaving yet.
I gotta go do some stuff.
Can
It's just a
somebody
lot of
choke Kev
promo.
out being the boss?
Promo stuff, man. I wish I could stay here with you guys. This, I love this. This is what it's about.
Kevin enjoys it, but he's got movie stuff to do.
Yeah, I gotta
he's
go
got
do
big
some-
things.
We all got movies.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we do not.
Man, listen, I love y'all, man.
We love you, yo.
Hey, guys, Get Hard. March 27th. Will Ferrell,
Absolutely.
myself.
Get
The movie's
Hard.
really funny.
It looks
Go
good.
check it out. No, it is. It's
It
really
looks
How
good.
are
Does look
tickets
good.
doing at the Philly gig? 69,000 people. Pretty fucking amazing.
We're doing the Lincoln Financial. I think right now I'm at 40,000 tickets. So
Nice.
Wow. The show's August.
Give us
30th.
all $1 million, Kev. Stop being like that. You
know what?
selfish
Yeah,
bastard.
you can get me out of this business.
You
for
can
$1
do it
million.
too.
Hey, listen, you know what?
Actually, chip in for that.
I will leave this business. You get me $1 million right there. I'm gone.
I'll be happy to throw some in.
I'll chip in on
Every
that.
comedy club owner will.
I will say this. This is gonna be the last special that I tape. That's what I'm still going to tour and do everything, but as far as taping a special, because I don't think I'm going to be able to
Match that.
Yeah,
No.
I can't. There's
Jesus.
no going above or
69,000 people.
I think
really?
he's still going to do another one. You're going to do a small one.
gotta
You're going to do a
another
small,
one.
intimate.
Shut your mouth.
Shut up,
Don't
Kev.
throw the mic down.
Keith is right. Keith is right. What else can I do?
Guys, I'm making this announcement.
I can't do no more.
That's it.
I can't do no more. Shut up, dummy.
Fucking mouth. Piss me off.
You didn't like his "I'm retiring" speech?
Like we're gonna go, no, Kev. Last one.
Fuck you, Kev. Keith is right.
Your first one should have been your last one.
That was so beautiful.
Son of a
I thought
bitch.
y'all were like, I thought it was gonna be like, oh man,
Yeah, get out there.
No. Good riddance.
Kid said, "Shut the fuck up." That stupid ass special. What'd you expect to hear? Get the fuck out. No one wants to hear it. I just gotta sit there and take it. All right, no. All right, I'll reconsider. I'll think about it. Now that you got said it, I'll mull it over. It's gonna be cool.
Good.
Hey, I'm
You
out.
get the first. You get the first. After this one, I think I'm out of here.
He tried to fucking Floyd Mayweather us. He tried to Jay-Z it.
You know, guys, I didn't want to leave on this note. That would be a better note to leave on.
Kevin, thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Love you,
y'all.
nigga.
Give me a
Great
hug.
Kevin
You're
Hart.
at the same height standing. I am sitting.
Oh, shit. That motherfucker. You're right.
You want to jump over?
Take a picture of you guys. Stay out of trouble.
Oh my God.
Rule.
You want you?
That's all right. Oh, let's get
They
a
want to
photo.
do a quick. They want to do a photo while we're on the air. Let's do a photo. Quick photo. Wait, we're on the air doing a photo.
It's okay, real quick. It's fine, guys.
Get over here.
Shut up.
Here we go. Hurry up, man. We're on the air doing a photo. E-Rock, talk for 20
Here we go. One more. Here we go. 1, 2. Are we good?
Nice.
Right here, one more.
Keith.
Hold up, man. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Good.
There we go.
right,
Thank you. Sorry. Apologies to the listeners.
That was one for the
Respect
ages.
the audience.
We had to take that one. Thanks,
Yeah.
Kevin.
And by the way, if anyone didn't catch that, see you, man. You could actually hear Keith fucking up the photo. How do you damage a photo? We're all taking a photo, and Keith is walking out of the photo.
He fucked up the audio on the photo.
Fuck, man.
Bobby.
Bobby, I saw the movie. I liked it.
Did
With Al
you? You went
Pacino.
yesterday?
Thank you.
They gave me a copy. It was a motherfucker to download all the software and shit, but I figured it all out. And I saw Danny Collins.
Thanks, man.
You were great in it, man.
Thanks.
I couldn't get it. I was trying to, and there was a problem with the link, and for 3
Yeah.
days, but I think the publicists were away or something. It was just a foul up, but I wanted to see it.
Do you know more about the real story of this guy? We were talking about it,
but a little bit.
We were talking about it earlier to start the show. Basically, there was a musician in Britain, 1971. He did an article about fame, and he didn't want to be corrupted by the fame or whatever. John Lennon reads the article and then writes this guy a letter, and the guy never got the fucking letter until like 30. In the real story, like 35 years later.
Yeah, and the real story is that the guy is fine.
Right.
But where this story diverges is that the guy becomes, Pacino.
Right.
And he doesn't become Pacino, but he becomes this guy who fame has fucked him up.
Everything he was worried about.
Everything he was worried about happens, and then on his 65th birthday, he gets this letter 40 years later, and he's like, it spins him out. He's just like, fuck.
If I only got that letter, maybe things would have been different.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's brutal.
And then he goes back and he tries to connect. He's the son he'd never met before. He had on a one-night stand, and
which is you,
which is me. Yeah.
That's your character.
Yeah.
What a brilliant person, though, to hear that story and then go like, "This is how I can create something,
Right.
a film around this."
I know.
one
I
moment.
think so too. Yeah.
Well, now it makes sense because at the end it basically said this movie has nothing to do with real events,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I was confused by because during the credits they showed the real guy kind of retelling the story a little bit.
Yeah.
With his British
I think
accent,
it says, this is based on a true story, kind of, not really.
kind of, sort of,
Yeah,
right?
kind of, sort of, yeah.
We got the idea from this guy, but in the end he was totally normal and fine, even though he never read the Lennon letter until many years later.
Yeah, and we got all those Lennon songs, which you never hear.
I like that about the movie. The whole soundtrack, it pretty much is Lennon songs.
Yeah, I think
pretty
she
much.
liked the movie. I think they had to get it for Yoko. I mean, I think like having Al Pacino in your movie just gets, it makes
done.
it easier. It gets shit done. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're a very established actor, but I mean, Al Pacino, did that freak you out at all?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
He's like that's like my hero. I had him up on my wall, and I did a play with him right before I did this movie. So like that for me was mind blowing, and we just became friends. He just likes me.
How
so
crazy is that?
He's my text friend. He's in my
Really?
phone.
Pacino?
Yeah. You want to see something funny?
I do, yeah.
Dick pic?
Oh, sure.
Look at that kid.
But that's his name in my phone,
Oh wow, very cool.
right?
Yep.
So
Al P.
No, I got him as Montana in my phone. Yeah.
I saw the number too, but I wouldn't let myself look at
But
it.
he loves to text, man. So it's wild. I have like this text relationship with.
All of a sudden, he'll
Al.
just text you out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he loves like he's all over the place because he loves like everything's capitalized. So I don't like everything is urgent.
Right.
He'll be like, what are you doing? And he'll have like 4 exclamation points, and it's
Every
wild.
text is like the last 5 minutes of Injustice for All.
Yeah,
It's just like you're fucking
yeah.
screaming.
Yeah. So it's wild, man. I can't believe that.
What's your
we're
favorite Pacino
friends.
movie?
Maybe Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah, I think for me that's it too. He plays that.
You love that
really,
one, Jimmy.
yeah, man. He
Yeah.
I
plays
like
it really-
cruising.
Yes, because you relate to it.
Just in case you forgot he was here.
I just wanted to keep myself in the game. I'm cruising.
No, the Glengarry Glen Ross was, and I know I talked about earlier. You played Ricky Romo, and I had seen that with Liev Schreiber and Alan Alda, and the Pacino playing Shelley. I wanted to see. I had tickets for the final performance that Sunday. Yeah. Me and Bobby Kelly were going to go, and I didn't know it was a daytime performance because I'm a non-theater person.
You hit me with that. That's right. Yeah, you texted me about that.
Yeah, I did. It was like I just like, oh my god, I fucking missed it because I thought it was a nighttime performance. Oh, heartbroken.
Yeah, it was
Slept
awesome.
through it.
It was great, man. He's incredible on stage. Like with Al, like you never. What's cool about the theater anyway is people think, how could you do the same thing every night? Like, and you don't really, even though it's the same play. But
always
when you do
organic,
it with Al, it really is different every single
Right.
time. Like you just never know what that guy's going to do.
Right.
How do you how do you keep yourself
amazing.
interested in the same lines every night? Because even as a stand-up, it's so hard to say the exact same thing in the exact same case. It's like after a while, it's like, geez, I got to change this or I'm going to fucking shoot myself.
But I think that's what makes it that's what makes you want to keep doing it is like how that challenge,
Right.
like how am I going to make it different for
Because
you?
you got to consciously do that.
Yeah,
You got to consciously
and there's
make it
1,000 different people there every night, and you guys know. I mean, like it's just exciting, that stimulus of having a full house like that. And if you do a show with Pacino, it's standing room only, so you have a crazy full house every night. I've done plays where people just don't give a shit, and
Right.
You're doing it to an empty mezzanine, and
Right.
it's just way better when it's packed.
And you told me that Dog Day Afternoon. That was a Lamette movie, right?
Yeah,
I believe. And you were married to his daughter at one point, who was in Q&A, which is one of my favorite films.
That's right.
One of the most underrated movies ever. I talk about it all the time.
Nolte's great.
Nick Nolte plays it's a weird homoerotic vibe he has because he likes transsexual. It's so fucking good.
Yeah,
Q&A.
it's a really good movie. Yeah,
Very underrated.
That's my son's mom. Yeah.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Lamette help you at all?
You didn't seem too happy about that.
He doesn't seem happy that you brought this up, Jimmy.
No, not at all.
I didn't even catch that.
It's live. He's clenching his fist and gritting his teeth.
I know there's something there.
What is that, by the way?
How about we move on?
Brownies.
You want a brownie?
We got brownies. We got little
ribs. It looked like ribs.
Ah, what's it was ribs?
Got mini
Shining,
cupcakes.
yeah.
Anything to get off the subject. What do you want to take?
What's that over there? It's stupid. It's still going at nothing more.
All of a sudden, he cares about treats.
I just didn't catch it at all.
You wounded him, Jimmy.
I was so
Bringing
happy to
up that
talk about
broad.
Q&A. No one can talk about Q&A. No one ever talks about Q&A.
No one's ever brought up Q&A. Yeah.
No, it's a great film. I think is very underrated.
Louis Guzman.
Yes, he was
great
phenomenal in that. So was Armand Desante.
And Armand Sante is the best thing I think ever
He's great.
ever done. Yeah.
Defecta Valentine. He plays
Yeah,
a
that's right.
Spanish drug lord. Timothy Hutton was good. And who's the black guy? Is that Dutton?
Rock Dutton. That's right.
Was it Charles Dutton is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who played Rock on the TV show?
Yeah, Rock
He's
Dutton,
great
yeah.
too.
That's where I know him from. Yeah, but Nick, there's a transsexual in there who.
We know you would figure that one out.
Yes. Well, no, it was like a tranny bar that they go into, and the one who was really kind of hot was I just read just passed away. I think not long after that.
That made you sad.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Absolutely did. I was like, oh, she's a delight.
Who else we got in Danny Collins? I saw Annette Bening in there.
Annette Bening, Christopher Plummer.
Right.
Jennifer Garner. It's a good cast, yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Plummer, man. Christopher Plummer, is like, he's up there. He's
Right.
older than Al. you know.
Right.
That guy's incredible.
His acting
what a
was
great
amazing.
actor that guy is, yeah.
Effortless.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Garner, she's fucking beautiful.
She's beautiful.
I've been around her once in
That's all I
person.
want to say. She's ridiculous.
I met her at a premiere. She was. It's like some people don't look good in person, but she was quite attractive.
Yeah, she's beautiful and she's tall and she's like Superwoman, She's got the 3 kids and
Yeah.
but she's like
4
the
kids
most
counting a husband.
naturally beautiful
Right.
woman,
And you found a good child actor, by the way. It
Oh, that
drives me
kid.
fucking nuts, these movies with these child actors that you could tell they're looking at their moms off stage and shit.
That was
off
the
set
one.
or
She's
whatever.
the one that Al kept saying the entire movie. That's the best actress I ever watched.
She was amazing.
Really?
Kept saying it.
It has
the
to
best
be
actress
said.
in this movie.
Because they fuck it up time and time again with the
Yeah.
child actors. I don't know what happened with that shit, but maybe they're not working them hard enough anymore.
Maybe.
They got to put them back in the sweatshops or something because you see them just staring off camera and it takes you out of the movie. But
So
not her.
weird. I've worked with so many kids, man. I was thinking about it the other day because Jennifer was texting me about the little girl and she's coming to the premiere. And I was like, fuck, man, I've worked with so many kids. And I would never imagine that I'd be somebody they'd want to put kids with. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, because of your arrest record.
And because I play fucked up people a lot of times.
Your Boardwalk Empire character.
Oh, forget it.
is my favorite character on that entire
Thanks, man.
series. What a sociopath. What a murdering fucking choke me while we're fucking sociopath.
It was like
Funny,
family.
though, and funny.
Yeah.
And hilarious. Overwhelming. That character was just.
Where does that come from? Where you could be that good?
Hey man, it was the part, I mean, like you hope that like what happened was that the guy who created the show was so into that character. Like
Right.
it was when I met him, I didn't read anything. I sat in a meeting with him and Marty, and for an hour they talked about this character so excitedly that I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. This is going to be. And they told me, they said, you'll never be bored. Every scene you're in you'll drive the scene, and that's just true. That's just what happened.
I agree.
But that was the role, and it was like good timing because. Like they did something crazy on that show, which was they killed off like their main character at the end of the previous season, Michael Pitt.
Right.
So I think they needed like a major distraction, like just a real bad guy. And so I was lucky that I got to do that, man, because it was fucking exciting every single day. I was never like Chip Rossetti was never like in the background chiming in.
No.
He was always like in the front. And
Sure it was.
It was good. Yeah.
I was bummed at the very because you made it all the way. It's a spoiler, so I apologize if you haven't seen Boardwalk Empire season 3. But you make it all the way to the end, and I was like, "Fuck, he's gonna be back" because you were so good.
Yeah.
And then that just Didn't work out.
You know,
I didn't know that.
you know, like I always knew it was just for the one season, but towards the end, as we got towards the end, they kept changing it, and so like they actually put doubt in my head. They were like, and the crew, you know, the Teamsters, they always know everything. You know, they're always the ones that know everything, and they were like, "You're coming back." And I thought they actually convinced me, even though I only had the 1 year contract. And I did read scripts where it wasn't clear, and like they wrote it 4 different ways. But I always said to them, man, you guys should just like let him disappear. Like he disappears, just in case you want to end the show later and have the threat of him coming back.
He comes back for the Christmas special. That was so good, though, man. It's got to be more fun to play a bad guy than a good guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Is it true they take you guys out to dinner when they know you're it's your week to die?
No.
We've heard it on other shows where it's a whole big fucking thing because it's so emotional that you're leaving the series.
Yeah, maybe because like I knew like that it was just a 1 season deal,
right?
You know.
Yeah.
You know. Plus, they gave me another TV show, so by that was better than dinner because I'm doing another show. I'm doing this new show for them. The same guy who created it, Terry Winter, Scorsese, and Mick Jagger, called Rock and Roll.
Fuck your life, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna hang with Mick Jagger?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Do you
so,
die?
What the fuck?
Did you meet Mick?
What are we doing wrong?
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong?
Spent a lot of time with Mick. Yeah.
How was he?
Got me, Sherrod.
Fucking cool, man. You know.
Do you get to live the whole time? Or
I do. You guys will dig it. It's like it's 1973 in the music business in New York.
Oh, that's perfect.
I saw a scene they were shooting. It was I shot a scene for Amy's film, which you'll hear about from me, but you probably won't see. We're on Central Park West.
Oh, Schumer. Oh, we were shooting right above you.
Yes, you were. We had to wait.
saw you, yeah.
And that's how big Martin Scorsese's dick is, because Judd Apatow went, all right, we'll just wait until they're finished.
Wow, that's so interesting to know, man, because we were literally, I was standing next to him looking out the window when he went, the fuck's going on out there? And I was like, I don't know. And he went, it's in my shot. It's in my shot. And so I was there when he made that shit go away. It was incredible. And then while we were standing there, it's the best thing about working with somebody like that. Like while we were standing there, we're just standing there and we have to wait, right? We're waiting because he had a big light set up there, and that's why he needed that out of the shot.
Yep.
And we're standing there, and he goes, you know, that's where I shot. You know, when Bob takes the shot at the politician and Taxi Driver. I remember we were there, and then he just tells a story, and he was like there while I was standing there. It was amazing because this thing took place in the 70s.
Right.
It just brought him back all the time, and we were constantly on locations where he'd be like, you know, that's where Bob took the shot at Harvey in the in Taxi Driver. In Taxi Driver.
I just seen that too. I've seen it again recently.
Wow, that was, we actually had to wait. We were doing a thing where I was running up on Central Park West screaming because they had stolen my horse. I was fucking screaming, and we was so loud, and then
that's
they said,
what happened. Scorsese, who's that overacting?
yeah. Leave the horse, get rid of him.
And we were 30 stories up, and he saw Jim's overacting. That's what's amazing.
He's like, I'll be walking.
Look, do you know how great you have to be? I fucked up a Scorsese shoot without even being in it. That's a gift.
Got that going for you.
But yeah, the lights had to be turned off. We had to stand around and wait. But for Scorsese, nobody. It was like, hey, that's who it is.
It's a pecking order.
You wait.
Yeah, you wait. And you're happy to do
and
so.
Judd didn't seem to mind. He was like, hey, it's Martin Scorsese. You wait.
How's Mick Jagger? You guys been hanging a little bit?
Yeah, we were when we were shooting right before we shot the pilot. We hung out, and
does that freak you out?
Yeah, you know, it only freaks me out right before and right after. I'm good. Like once I'm there, I'm good. In fact, I'm a little bit too no big deal. Like afterwards, I'm always like, "Fuck! I should have been a little bit more into it." But I don't know. Something happens where I go under.
That's a good thing, though.
And then it seems like I'm bored or something. Like with Marty, I would always say to him, like, he likes to be close to his actor, you know. So he was always wanting me around, and like I would go in his tent and talk to him in between shots, and then I would feel like I gotta get out of here. I feel like I'm taking up too much time. So I would always say, you know, all right, let me let you go. That was like my line. And he finally called me out, and he's like, where are you letting me go? I'm not going anywhere. Where do you always got to go to? And I'm like, and I finally told him, I just don't want to take up too much. I don't want to feel like, you don't ever want to be that guy who like,
I'm always that guy.
You feel like they're like, when is this guy getting out of here?
Right.
So, and with Mick, it was kind of the same thing. But yeah, man, I went down to D.C. He invited me down to come and see the show, and we had dinner the night before the show.
Jesus.
Tim and I, and and then
Damn.
and then I went backstage and saw him before his show, and then went back to his hotel. Man, I went back to his hotel after the show, and
Did he fuck you?
and he fucked me.
It's not gay if it's Mick Jagger. It's totally acceptable.
It's completely acceptable.
It's allowable.
Rock and roll.
100% right.
It's only rock and roll, but I like it.
But I love it.
Yeah, but I'd never seen a hotel. I didn't even know this room existed. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like the hotel
kind of hidden room
was
they
the
got.
size of the hotel.
Yeah. Yes.
It was intense, man. I couldn't find the bathroom. There was like a table, like one of those long tables with 12
And you
chairs.
think you've been in a big hotel room before, you'd be like, oh, look what they gave me.
I've never
must be
seen
real.
that.
And then
Yeah.
you see some shit like that, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Where are they
yeah.
hiding this?
I still
It's a
haven't
whole-
made it.
Yeah, I have this suite at the Courtyard Marriott. Has like an extra chair in it. I'm like, I'm fucking big time.
I've made it.
Yeah.
They're telling us you
They
gotta
said
go,
Bobby has to leave.
do?
Other press, I guess.
No, I think you got to
Damn
go
it.
over to another channel here.
Oh, or he's going to a live interview at EW. But we should promote Danny Collins. It's in theaters this Friday.
Saw it and I liked it, man. With
Thanks,
Al
man.
Pacino, absolutely.
Thanks. It's
I gotta
nice
see
to
that.
finally come on, man. and meet
Yeah,
you.
I've seen you a few times
fan.
over the years. At a Jets game was the last time.
What about motherfucker with the hat? You saw that too,
Oh
right?
my God!
I did
yes.
not.
You
That
didn't
was
see
aw-
that?
I went and saw it.
I
That was
never got
awesome.
there.
I saw it like 10
we
times.
could say it. We could say it.
Yeah,
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 motherfucker with
yeah.
that. You saw it, yeah?
10 times.
It's good, right?
Yeah,
it was
Good
great.
play, man.
You got to come back for a
Thanks.
longer visit.
Thanks. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That convinced me, as I said, that convinced me that Chris was a really good actor because he and you looked good together on stage. It didn't seem uncomfortable.
Bobby
there's
helped
a
Chrissy on
comedian.
that.
It was so good.
You know, one of the best compliments I ever got on that was Louis. Louis came to see it 3 times, and Louis was like, and I know he hates going to the theater, and he came, and I was like, dude, you came again? And he went, hey, this is the thing. He goes, I hate the theater. I hate the theater because every time I go to the theater, I just think I can't think about anything other than I could throw shit right now. He goes, and I don't feel like that here. I feel like I'm actually in it. So it was a good play, and Chris was awesome.
Yeah.
So, and it's Bobby Cannavale on Twitter. It's 2 N's, CANN. I follow Bobby, so if you want to just find him, go to my
I'll
Twitter.
start
You'll
following
find him.
today.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And you're great, dude. Really
Thanks,
awesome.
dude. Thanks.
Big fan.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, dude.
Absolutely. Thanks,
so much.
Bobby.
Thanks, guys.
Take care,
All
brother.
right. All right.
I think we're going to wrap up, too. I don't know.
Is that time
It's not going
already?
to get better than that.
Time is flying by, Ope.
I know.
Oh,
There goes
wow.
Bobby. Wow, Keith.
Yes, man.
Got to get you on this fucking show more. It drives me nuts.
Man, this
Keep
is
us uppity.
good, man.
He drives me nuts. I'm like, will you just fucking make the ride?
That ride was hard, but I made it. I was here.
How long is your ride, though? Like an hour and a half?
But you got to realize I'm in Jersey. There's a lot of traffic going
Right.
on.
That's that time of day.
But you're like once a year guy.
No,
For us.
No, well, you know what, man? I got to change that.
We'll
my
figure
damn
some
self.
shit out.
Absolutely, I'm in.
Were you saying that Keith is here
that
too
Nick
much? I agree.
DiPaolo?
Don Wiggly, this is Nick.
Keith, what do we got? What are we promoting?
Well,
you got the special coming out.
The special was out. Back of the Bus Funny, but it's going to be on sale.
No, well, that's
for
what I mean.
Yes,
Digital
March
download and all that
23rd,
shit.
digital download, the complete set. Everything is in it. The deleted scenes where I wasn't in top 5 is going to be in it.
It's a great special if
pick
you
it
haven't
up.
seen it yet.
It's only
a great special.
$9.99.
Yeah, everybody has said it's great.
Amazing.
People, I was happy for Keith, and
So
got tremendous
get that
reviews.
money out, man.
Yeah.
Get it up.
Don't wait for something to happen so you have to donate shit. Get my damn special, and you won't have to donate when I come up with some diabetes or whatever.
Yeah,
the hell.
saying, so, yeah, we don't have to do charity shit for Keith, so just buy a special now.
I need the money.
Yes.
I got to raise money for Patrice's O'Neill's movie. I put
That's
my
right.
fucking foot in my mouth yesterday.
He said he'll match the balance, whatever's left.
Oh man, the
did you?
donations are slowly trickling in.
They need 125,000 and fucking money bags made a big offer.
I'm refreshing that link all the time, and I don't see it going up that much.
Oh, big mouth.
Yeah.
Fucking Von's gonna be on my ass.
I'll pay the check. Okay, Ralph.
I think I saw it was up to like $6,000 yesterday.
So you're only in the hole for 119. Not
Oh
bad.
my God!
Not
go
bad.
to that fucking link.
And,
It's for a great cause. This Patrice O'Neill movie has to be made.
It has to be
and it
made.
has to be made the right way.
Sorry, Keith Special on iTunes. You can
Yes.
get, of course, to donate for Patrice's documentary because we all want to see that get made.
That's right.
Sherrod,
Tomorrow, Red
Right.
Eye. Hosting Red Eye tomorrow. Make sure you watch. And then I'm in Foxwoods in June, so we'll talk about that.
Everything got to be Fox.
Yes, Fox Woods, Fox Catcher, and hosting Red Eye on Fox tomorrow.
And you're quite a fox. Hold on. There you go.
I was going to go with that. And Jimmy's got a couple
Yeah,
things.
just this Friday, I'm in Florida with Bob Kelly and Artie Lang for the Mike Calta show at the Mahaffey Theater. Denver Comedy Works, April 2, 3, 4, and Rochester, April 30th through May 2, and then Borgata over the summer. Just go to jimnorton.com. My dumb dates are on there.
And Kevin Hart doesn't need any fucking plug.
No, but
it's good to see him.
If you want to see
It was good to see him. Almost got $1 million from him. Did you see that?
He thought about it.
He
That
thought
was a
about
weird
it.
look he gave you.
I'm going to get it out of him.
Get Hard is his movie. I'll tell you though, this I never went and go see specials, but going to see someone shoot in front of 69,000 people is fucking
Fascinating.
tempting.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go
I may
there.
actually go to that.
You gotta go to that.
That's a tremendous thing that no comic, and that's what happened. Louis sold 3 nights at the Garden, and Kevin is arrogant and he was like, "Fuck that," and man, he's out going out and doing something the biggest thing anyone's ever done.
Ever.
Wow.
That will be the biggest comedy show?
Without it, that has been shot. Yeah, 69,000.
But has anyone else performed in front of that many people?
No, the H2, the old H2 is a H2.
O2 Arena is probably 18 or 20,000. That's not
18
near
or 20.
this.
Okay.
This is not it. Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
See, when Louis
Stadium.
did that, I did just the opposite. I'm like, let me go into 100-seaters. I said, let me just do the opposite. So good for Kevin,
I perform
man.
at bodegas now. That's where
Second hour about a cereal.
Oh, and fuck, this show started with Rich Guzzi.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Rich Guzzi, great.
Tomorrow,
Great
we
job.
love Rich Guzzi.
kicked
Tomorrow, we tease them, but...
We beat him up, but he's very funny.
He's a good guy.
And he's actually a good hypnotist, and he's a real hypnotist.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of his stuff. Maybe we'll give some away tomorrow. But Rich left some DVDs. He's like, if people want them, they will help people, so give some away.
All right.
So we'll take care of that tomorrow.
We could do it right now. Just random callers. Just fucking call in if you want one of those.
Okay.
Make it easy.
I would rather make people earn it and see what's wrong with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like find out what's wrong with them, and we'll see if we have a DVD
Yes.
for. I like giving
All
things
right.
to people in need.
We'll save it for tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm a fat guy. What do you got for that? Which Rich Guzzi CD do you
There's
have?
probably
for
one for that.
Yeah, he does. He says he helps fat people too.
Well, why don't he help himself then?
Yeah, Rich is a stocky boy. But Rich is not obese fat.
No,
Rich
he's
is
not
just like
obese,
an Italian mobster fat. Like Rich is like leg breaker fat.
Oh, yeah, he is. And he probably would, too.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
I think he
Guzzi's
still
got
has
that's
that
why
in
I'm
him a
trying
little
to be
bit.
nice. He's got a little something.
He's a
in him.
You can see it in his eyes, right?
Yeah.
There's a little
looks like
something
he-
in that eye.
Give me a nice one right in the
Yeah,
chin.
he's a fucking thick-wristed mechanic from Long Island.
Yeah, like the fucking Ivan the Hammer Polsky. Remember that wrestler dude? Wasn't
That's the
Polish
Ivan the
Hammer.
Hammer Polsky.
The Polish
Ivan
Hammer.
Putski.
It's Ivan Putski, the Polish hammer.
Oh, you got that totally wrong.
But I got it close enough for you to
Wasn't
get
it Chief K, Weekbo? No. Jerry,
Jimmy, you're hurtful.
Superfly. I'm
You're a
sorry.
hurtful person.
You mentioned one of my guys, though. He was one of my guys.
The Polish
when
Hammer.
I was watching.
I used to do this all the time.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Today's show